Ladies and gentlemen, today is not a good day. Today is a sad day. Today is a day that will live in infamy. Not only is it the release of the Witcher Next Generation patch for the Wild Hunt, Henry Cavill's favorite game, but he has been removed as being Superman in the DCEU. And for that, I put together a little clip.
Things will never be the same because the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change.
Gone, but not forgotten, folks. Gone, but not forgotten. And kicking off the panel tonight, because it's gonna be a panel, folks. I had to meme it a little bit. I had to meme it a little bit.
I had to say something real quick. You're an asshole. You're just an asshole.
Oh my god!
I mean, like, yes, I am an asshole, but it's pretty funny nonetheless, right? I mean, you know, it's sad. Don't get me wrong, it's sad, but it's. I don't think it would not be me if I didn't express myself through humor. You know what I mean? Like that's how I cope.
Yeah,
RJ, that's how I cope.
Also, hi everybody. I'm back after like a week and a half.
No fandom SLs. He does not sound like Kermit the Frog. He sounds like Lil Yachty.
RJ my voice is still not 100%, but I had to come on tonight.
Can you sing
too
this?
big.
Don't do it. We know your humor. I'm gonna do it. That's the thing. I'm gonna do it.
RJ.
Like complaining to me on Twitter, complaining to me on my platform about my sense of humor. I could have made it like I could have been a lot meaner. But I feel bad.
You, to be fair.
So can we just, and I didn't even think about this until Sean brought this up on Max's stream. Can we at least admit that I'm right?
Can I say this real quick now that I'm back? Not only were you right, but I owe you an apology because you were so right about the Black Adam and the Rock situation. I'm blown away.
I hate to do this, but I feel like I have to do this. So
Do it. Just do
enjoy.
It,
Fuck you! I was right! Fuck you! I was right! Fuck you! I was right!
It's Razor Fist.
I'm not a Razor Fist fan. I'm not a Razor Fist fan at all. But you know, I mean, like,
Yeah.
I totally forgot about the TMZ thing today. To be honest with you, I really
And
did.
you know what was
That is
funny?
great.
When it was really funny, Angry Joe dropped a video today. He referenced your talking point in article.
Oh, really? Is it a long video? Because maybe we'll have
It's
to
a
check
long
it out.
video. It's a long video.
Ah, god damn it! If there's a good point, I can't stand an Angry Joe video. I'm sorry.
No,
It's
I
too...
mean,
He was pissed though. He was yelling through most of it.
oh yeah, there you go.
and you missed it, Matt. Like they're saying, like you were right, but some people might not like your delivery of the truth.
No one likes my delivery, Jimbo. I think we've determined at this point that my
I wanna
delivery
say-
gets me into more trouble than anything else.
I want to say this too, real quick. The people I blame the most for this, I know, Matt, who you're going to say. I mostly blame Zaslav, DeLuca, and Pam Abdi for how Henry Cavill was treated because they should never
Yeah.
have listened to The Rock and approved of a cameo, knowing full well they were hiring a new DC head coming in who hadn't approved that cameo and likely wasn't going to follow through with it.
Yeah, because it
I
basically
blame
is like,
those three
it's
the
like,
most.
it's like
For
a
those who are
fuck
getting
you to
angry at
them.
James Gunn, you're directing your anger in the wrong place.
Yeah, it puts them in a really bad position because, like, oh, well, we're trying to give you a constructive DC plan. We're trying to, like, bring DC back and kind of give DC a little bit momentum, but you're kind of shooting us in the foot by doing this, because it's like, well, you're putting us back. Everyone's like, oh yeah, we got Superman back, but it's like now I feel bad for James Gunn in that aspect, because now they're gonna get shit on like they've been getting on Twitter. But it's like, how can you blame them? Like, they get hired for this position. The Rock does all this shit to hype up his movie, but then it doesn't even do anything. The movie flopped. The movie was generic, and now James Gunn has to try to continue with his plan and kind of keep pushing through. I hope they don't massively change what they're gonna do. I don't think they will. I think James Gunn has thicker skin than that, and they're gonna keep pushing forward. But it's like, dude, I mean, we kind of all expected this to happen, but I mean, it's not really surprising. But it's just kind of like, damn.
Well, so yeah, I mean, like, I was trying to find the TMZ article to look at that. Actually, I saw that the Animated Times wrote about it, referenced me by name. That was pretty funny. The I don't know. The Animated Times is turning into some like right wing blog at this point, anyway. But so look, okay. So to go back to the whole conversation about Henry Cavill and the age thing, I don't like that I was right about that, but I saw the writing on the wall. He was 39, coming up on 40. Not too old to play the role, but like if you're gonna reinvent the franchise. It's getting to be a little bit.
We learned today that their story idea wants a younger Superman at the start of his career. They don't want a middle-aged Superman. They don't want Superman in the middle of his career. They want to start fresh.
Which we'll get to that article here in a few. There are definitely some supers I need to get to real quick, because people have been very supportive. Thank you for that. H Barts for 2 Bones says, "You don't know what I know has come to pass."
But like the opposite.
Oh no, guys!
You don't know what I know, and I can literally say that because I was, it was floating around. Someone was coming today, and I was like, oh, what could it be? It's like, oh, here it is.
Yeah. I saw you talking about that, but I mean, like, the you don't know what I know is an inside meme to one person in particular, but and that person's not very happy today, and I do feel bad for that person. You know what?
Bad for a lot of people in like the general audience. Like,
I do feel bad.
This is a bad thing.
Bad.
I mean, everyone was so happy, and then this, but it had to happen, dude.
The writing was on the wall a while ago, man.
But The Rock kept saying, I love that. Here's the thing. I'll tell you this. I don't like what they did to Henry, but I love that for the last 2 years, I've been the only asshole out there saying for the last 2 years, The Rock is not a movie star. The Rock is not a movie star. Do not treat him like a movie star. He's not a movie star. Here's all the data. And everyone's like, no, Matt, you're wrong. You're wrong, Matt. Black Adam's going to make $600 million to fucking $1 billion, Matt. And then bam, 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 bam. I've been right the whole fucking time, because the numbers and the data doesn't lie. The patterns are there. Now, it still sucks for people who are fans of all this stuff. And I'm a fan. Like, I enjoyed Black Adam for what it was. I now have no reason to go watch the movie again, to be honest with you. Right? I don't think we're ever going to see Black Adam again. That is something I don't think we're going to see. No, are you fucking kidding me, dude?
I wouldn't say for a while. I don't think we'll see him for a while, but I don't know. Like,
this is a cock slap to The Rock, man. This is his fucking legacy, because he was intrinsically tied to Superman. We're bringing him back. He's back. Black Adam v Superman. That's the fight of the century.
Matt, he's moving on to the next thing. He's going to revive the Mummy franchise, come back as the Scorpion King, and bring back Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, he's going to move on. He's going to move on to another franchise.
Okay, and can I be the first to say that I support that? I support that on one condition. On one condition, Steven Summers comes back to direct. To write and direct. That's what I want.
Well,
that's what I want.
I know who the writers are. I can't say who they are, but the directors are the Batgirl directors.
Yeah, they are apparently talking to the Batgirl directors for.
Where is this? I haven't seen this news pop up. Where is this news popping up?
Jeff Snyder said it. And
okay.
It's been floating around for the past month and a half.
Okay. Well, I mean, look, if it happens, it happens. Cool beans. I would love to see more in the Mummy universe. I think that franchise is awesome. Bring back Rachel Weisz while we're at it. Maria Bello wasn't the role. She wasn't Evie. I'm sorry. That was one of the worst things about the Emperor's Tomb movie, right? Or
there's
whatever
the thing too. They need to offer Henry a big compensation prize in terms of like getting another role in DC or something big.
No, let him be done with DC.
Dude,
let him be done with DC.
How can he come back in DC? Because
they're getting Jason Momoa for Lobo.
Yeah, but that makes sense though. I mean, I get he's Aquaman, but I feel like he would be a better fit for Lobo. You
want to see Henry Cavill play like a cameo roles, like Jor-El, like a villain or anything? You just want him gone completely?
I don't want him gone completely, but it's just hard to be like, oh, that's like it's just kind of hard. It's just kind of hard seeing him not as Superman. It just kind of, but I definitely could. I want him back. I want him in DC. He definitely deserves that based on how he's been kind of treated throughout all of DC. But it's like it's kind of hard to see him.
Well, Henry's also gone through 3 different regime changes. You know what I mean? And it's like he's really.
Oh shit! You know what?
What?
There's a rumor going around that they're casting for Sentry in the Thunderbolts. Sentry is basically Marvel Superman.
I thought that was Hyperion.
No, well, there's two different Marvel Superman characters, Hyperion and Sentry. So he could be either or.
Look,
dude, imagine him a Sentry.
He popped up the other day. Just go to Marvel, the other day at the Avatar premiere, and he was looking a little chunky. He was looking a little chunky though. He wasn't as ripped as he usually is, or that suit was just very ill-fitting. But like I said at the beginning of this, at least The Witcher 3 has the new upgraded next gen graphics patch. So there's a reason for him to dive into his favorite game.
It plays amazing.
Rahul Kohli's tweeting, "Hey Henry, let's go make a Warhammer movie." Maybe you should go.
Well, he's a little now Command Unit. If Command Unit is here yet, he will come in. He will tell you, and he'll be proud of me for saying this. I believe for all the Warhammer propaganda we watch on this channel. He would say that Henry Cavill is not quite age appropriate to play the Imperator. I think that's the character's name. Whatever character that Henry Cavill would want to play in the Warhammer universe, he needs. I know he needs like another year, like another 10 years to get to that point. All right, though, but let's keep going here. Marcus Loera, $2, thank you. Says Gunn took out the trash. I don't really agree with that. I know some people are saying like gunned down is now the new phrase they want to use, which is completely like, it's so tone deaf. But what do you expect from the cultists that tonight are 100% looking at AFSP's Twitter going like, I gotta call it.
Dude, I'm just waiting for the Skywalker stream.
Oh, when is that? Is that tonight? Is that happening? Because
I don't know. I don't know when it's happening.
We will stream snipe the fuck out of all of that shit because it's really, really, really funny.
I'm not gonna lie. I definitely expect a massive Cope stream. I would not be surprised if he starts screaming, yelling, and like literally biting the mic like he usually does.
I'm gonna troll him. I'm gonna troll the fuck out of him.
The Cope stuff is like there's a little bit. There's a little bit of like Schadenfreude that's going to come out of this 100%. With certain people, there is the Schadenfreude. You know what I mean? Like where you look at it and go, this is the time when you suffer, and I'm going to bask in that because of how much, how crazy these fuckers are, right? How crazy these fuckers are. All of these fuckers on the side.
Dude, I just realized something. The Savage Bat. He said if James Gunn does like something like he doesn't like, he's gonna like shoot up a place or shoot up a school. He legit said it on stream.
Yeah, I did see that.
Like what? No way. If he
I swear to God,
you gotta find that.
He said
clip.
he's a legit terrorist. I clipped that before.
I'm gonna become a terrorist.
You gotta find that because that super chat that he left on Sill's stream about everything was crazy. So if you can find that, let me know. We'll play it definitely. But let's keep going on because again, you guys are dropping some supers. You guys are great. H-Bar's here for $5. Thank you. It says cancel my membership to Max. No hate to Max, but I will not pay for someone who's going to leave their own stream just because you joined.
No, he didn't leave because of Matt. He left because he's really sad.
So I don't think he should have left. I sent him. No, I didn't send him a link. But if he wants a link, he can come on in. I have no problem with that.
Yeah, I can be Max for a minute. Y'all know I can be a good Max.
Wait, here's my question: was Max actually on time to his stream tonight?
Yeah, because Brian called him like.
Yeah, he kind of was. He was a little late, but not like an hour long.
Yeah, I mean, there was I guess a legitimate reason to be late tonight. If you're,
he said he couldn't fall asleep because of the news. It was just like a bruh moment. But like, I just am. It's definitely damaging news, and it's really like actually kind of sad news. Like I'm like, I told my dad about it. He's like, oh really? What the fuck? Why? He was such a good Superman. I'm like, well, and he's like, I told him like Black Adam. He's like, yeah, I can kind of see that. I mean, that's kind of fucked. And he's like, and his simple response was, why would The Rock do that? That's all he had to say when I told him like, James Gunn wasn't in charge when that cameo was scheduled and all that. It's like, so then why would he do that if he knew that wouldn't lead to anything, or that could possibly be just erased and be meaningless? He's like, I don't.
That's crazy though, dude.
That's nuts though. It just kind of, and the thing is, it didn't even help his movie. It basically just got everyone hyped to see Henry Cavill back. No one even gave a shit about The Rock in the movie. It's just nuts. It's just like a huge like fucking failure in business and communication between The Rock and whatever the hell his management's doing and what's actually going on with DC and the writers. Like, if anything, you'd want to have some coherency with not only your movie and being the quote unquote hierarchy. It's just a giant what the fuck moment.
Well, I mean, look, I think today, one of the things we learned today is very much that certain people who run certain websites are full of shit. And the cope on that is going to be insane. So
what I thought Cavill was going to sign a 3-picture deal and was going to have Zach direct Man of Steel 2.
Even earlier today, Mikey Sutton was still saying, "No, guys, I'm still here in Justice League 2 and 3 with Zach directing."
Oh my god! I'm going to throw my computer across the room right now.
Oh my god!
All
right, well, okay, real quick,
Why are
guys,
you
hold on.
throwing the why?
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on. So we gotta address something real quick, as we brought it up about. Look, we talk about crazies, we talk about cope, we talk about Schadenfreude. Get ready, guys. This is all right. So I got to preface it first by saying, okay, there's a guy who out of the UK named Savage Bat. He said one of the Snyder Knights, yeah, right? One of the Snyder Knights out there fucking selling his t-shirts all the time, Snyder Knight.
Yeah.
You know me, right? Out there fucking chimney sweep, Snyder Knight. That guy.
What the fuck?
What, mate? Fuck off, you know? Fuck all the time. I just fucking
Tiny
Snyder.
Tim.
Fucking so like, fuck,
Tim.
man, look,
We all went on
fucking...
a stream once before, remember? We all like,
I did,
each
and
other.
I
Yeah,
explained to
crazy.
him how things are, and he
No,
just
just
sat there
fucking
like
roasted.
he was just like he was just completely gone.
He
was
also
not happy.
shows up to every stream super drunk too.
He's very drunk, so we have to take that into consideration.
Right?
We have to take that. So when he says when he gives a £5 super chat to Sil, and he's like, "The war's over, man. We lost. Yeah, fuck off." Right? You know, he's kind of sloshed. But then, of course, the cope sets in. And this is when the cope can lead to darkness. And when the darkness happens, we get comments like this. Savage Bat being the man here in the bottom. A little hard to hear, but just listen to what he says.
With all the space stuff and stuff like that, yeah. Honestly, if James Gunn gets Green Lantern, yeah, I'm going to fucking shoot the place up.
Bruh, what if they bring...
Love how no one says a goddamn word. No one says a fucking word.
He also said, I don't have the clip, but he also said at one point that he's going to become a terrorist.
I've heard that clip before as well. Yeah.
I think
terrorist, mate.
Yeah, because I clicked on the stream. I think I recorded that because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, dude, these are fucking this is it's a fucking movie. And they're really talking about fucking being a terrorist, shooting up shit. Like, how fucking mental? I get you're drunk, but I mean, that's the same excuse that El Necron had when he called James Gunn the F word. It's just like, bro, like, how fucking mental are these people? Like,
they're very mental. They're very mental. They have a lot of
And
problems.
like the war is over.
brain,
It's a
yeah.
fucking movie,
the
bro.
war.
The
It's a
war.
fucking
Mental health.
movie.
Is important.
Like,
But
I mean, yeah, mental
But you
health
know
is
that
very
these
important.
guys are just like, war never changes. Little movie pooper says, has someone told them they can watch another movie? Yeah, no shit.
I think someone
Right?
has.
Yeah, no shit.
They told them
You
that
can't
they're
say that.
crazy.
They can't
Yeah,
say that 'cause
these-
they'll lose their audience.
What are they going to do, Matt? Like, let's have a serious conversation with some of these wackos and nut jobs. Like, what are some of these people? I don't think these people can seriously cope or handle the idea that DC is rebooting and moving on. And I think we're going to see a lot of people lash out and get really nasty and violent. I really do.
If you saw Sil's stream today, you would be
More than
like,
they already are.
Zam.
Well, the
Like,
thing is
what?
that really got me. I'm like, oh, okay, now, because Sil came out and said, "Oh, I've been hearing some things about, a God of War thing," and like the article's already posted, and of course, immediately after, he's like, "Oh, I was already beat." I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, that's like, come on, Come on now.
Protoss.
I know. I want to.
And
Well,
then,
this morning,
and then in the stream, he was like, "Here's what I heard about the Cavill stuff." I'm like, "Bro, get
And then the next day
get out of
he's
here
out,
with that
yeah.
shit. Get out of here with this shit."
But I was gonna mention too, like to address Protoss's comment in the chat. I think his stream today, from what I was told, felt like a funeral stream. Like his chat gave up, he gave up, they're all over.
People
They're
were
done.
like, "Fire Gunn," and then some people were like, "Oh, DC's done. Oh, I'm done with DC." And then Sil was like, "Yeah, guys, it seems like this is that picture I tweeted out a couple of days ago, Death of Justice League. Yeah, this is what I was referring to, and this is basically what's happening."
Bullshit. You didn't know jack shit. But,
yeah, I am checking
one knows
geekositymag.com to see if there's an article saying that Henry Cavill's still Superman, because that's probably going to happen. That's probably Mikey Sutton right now is probably trying to think of any way he can to say that Henry Cavill is still Superman, but he's going to say Kingdom Come. He's going to say Kingdom Come.
Every one of these channels have backed the corner in super, like Skywalker, Sil, Mikey Sutton. Other people have literally backed their channel in the corner all around the fucking Snyderverse, and now that this news came out, and James Gunn's like, "Yeah, we're starting a whole new slate. We're having a brand new Superman. We're starting younger."
I was gonna wait.
It's just like, bro, you fucked up.
I was gonna wait to play this clip because I was gonna wait to the end of the year, but considering what just happened today, fuck it, I'm just gonna send it now. This one's really funny too.
All right.
Oh god,
are you sending it to the DM?
Yeah,
the DM. Okay. Man, this whole
because
fucking
it's
thing.
I think it's pretty much confirmed this is not happening either. So
it's just,
all right.
dude, I can't. It's just
I don't
like
not. Hold on, we're okay there. Okay, there.
But can I just say, rip Twitch? Rip Twitch.
Oh yeah,
Super
yeah.
sad. I just want to bring that up because I know no one's been talking about because it's Henry Cavill stuff, but that stuff it's very sad. And I was like, I'm actually shocked by it. Like, holy shit, he was such a positive and fucking great dude, and to hear that he committed suicide, it's really sad. And I think again, it's a very important, considering that we're talking about the Snyderverse, that we really seriously talk again about ASFP. And the importance of talking about not only men's mental health, but mental health as a just straight up thing. We need to bring this back, especially to the DC fan, because it's been so lost with all this DC news and shit. It's that was the whole point of Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 as well.
Yeah, I mean, he was 40. Had coming off the Ellen DeGeneres show for years. He committed suicide, and that is, again, if you are feeling down, you can always get help. You can always talk to somebody.
Yeah, seriously, man, we've lost too many people to suicide. I mean, let's lost Jason David Frank to suicide as well.
Yeah, it's a serious issue. It's a serious issue.
Too many men this year.
Yeah,
it's just,
and that is really, but that is part of it though. When we kind of talk about the Snyder cult, like how they are today, I said there's a bit of Schadenfreude. But a lot of those guys are hurting. They're really hurting. And that is and there is help for them out there.
I totally am being serious right now, and I totally get it, because people have said that Man of Steel or BVS have Zach has inspired them to not do such thing, and it's a serious thing, and I'm sorry for you guys, because you guys definitely have lost something that was hopeful for you guys,
that you really truly cared about and were passionate about. And that's what I'm I'm in the same boat, but it's just it's all about kind of moving forward.
I hope you guys find that in Rebel Moon, and I hope you guys found that with Army of the Dead and
find that with
Twilight
DC
and Twilight of the Gods.
Still find
Zach is building his own universe right now. Go support that.
Yeah, go. You can go on HBO Max right now. Watch the Snyder Cut. Most of you probably own it on home video. You can watch it there. Pirate it if you feel so angry, but you want to watch it. By all means, I don't think Zaslav is going to care.
But how many people are going to be impacted, just like you were, or some people were with Man of Steel, Zack Snyder's Justice League? How many people are going to be impacted and passionate about the new slate that's going to come out? This.
Can I be honest about that? Can I be honest about that? No one's going to give it. The general audience is not going to fucking care. And I'll be honest with you.
General audience.
The general audience is not going to care. The general audience are the ones who move the needle on these movies.
And guess what?
We have to be mindful of that.
And I just want to say, I'll make this point after, because I want to make this point about general audience. But let's be fair here, folks. The general audience gave up on DC many years ago, and they never came back. There was no
but
salvage
they
in this
showed
current
up for
universe.
Batman. But they
did.
showed up for the Batman.
Do you know why, Matt? Do you know why?
Because it's the goddamn Batman.
Batman, but also guess what? It wasn't connected to the universe. It
Sure.
was a standalone film.
Yeah,
it didn't have any of
because
that
the
baggage
universe is in
associated with it.
shambles. Like when the Batman came out, like the DCU was in such a bad state, and it still is until this new slate comes out. Because it's just like pieces are scattered everywhere. Like, oh, we have all these films coming out in 2023, but like they're kind of like, it's like, what the fuck? Like these movies are like, are they gonna like? They're not gonna mean shit now with this new slate. And the Batman's like the only thing that's
tax write-offs.
Right.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Listen, we're not turning this into a Mad Max stream, okay? We're not talking about taxes. We're here to talk about movies.
I mean,
I'll complain about how much I owe the government later, okay? Which is a lot.
We can easily turn this into a Mad Max stream. I'm all for it.
I could. Let's send a thing.
let's invite
But I
10
guess real
people.
quick. Well, I did see here that Mladen just said Apple's new movie musical Spirited, starring Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds, is hitting theaters with a new sing-along version. I might actually go see that. I've watched Spirited 3 times now. I fucking love that movie.
Is it a musical?
It's a musical, but they have an entire song about saying "fuck you" to people.
I mean,
I'm
I don't
not
like
even kidding
musicals, but I'll gladly see that.
It's a solid musical, man. It's a solid. Like there's like at one point, like Will Ferrell's gonna start singing, and like this guy's like, "No, I'll give you whatever you want, just don't sing." Yeah, it's just funny. They make fun of all sorts of shit. It's
If they
really
make fun
good.
of like the way musicals are and how like they break out in the songs every 2 fucking minutes after everything happens, no matter how serious it is, I'll definitely watch it.
No, it's not. It's not like that. There's actually a story there. But Spirited is great. Also, what's going on, Chris Bipolar Jedi? How you doing, buddy?
I have opinions, man.
You have opinions. That's great. And I want to give me your real quick overview, hot take opinion, and then I got a lot of super chats to answer. But
Okay, hot take. Anybody who's not supporting DC right now, after all this happens, they were only ever in it for Snyder in the first place. And all the guys, even people in our circle and all the purple people that were in our circle that said, no, if we don't get the Snyder thing, it's okay. I'm still not going to, freak out, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be fine. They're all showing their, their true colors now and being hypocrites. And James Gunn has done one thing that another certain director I do love, but I don't want to bash him. Okay. But James Gunn has done more with, since the day he took over this studio, he's done more to keep the fans in the loop and to try to stop all this toxic bullshit and all this fighting and these schisms and these different groups hating on each other and grifting. He's been trying to get rid of disinformation. He's been doing all that. And all Zack Snyder ever did was promote that. I'm sorry. Zack should have came forward
More
a
like
long time
ignore
ago.
it.
He
He
and
ignored
been
it.
like, hey, I don't work for DC, guys, and they're not going to call me back, or at least not that I know of now. That would have been enough to shut all these people up. But Zack never did it because Zack
Never addressed any of the.
He should have said a long time ago.
James Gunn has done more for DC than Zack Snyder ever has. I'm sorry.
Well, besides the film, like James Gunn's actually been vocal on Twitter and with the fans more than Zack has. Zack has posted, images and stuff like that, the whole turkey debacle, but he doesn't address like the fans or like talks like James Gunn does. He's not as involved as James Gunn is, and that's like the only thing I can say.
I want to jump in and say this to you real quick. I have to agree with Chris. I am disappointed to see a lot of people who previously told me, even to my face, oh, I'm okay if the Snyderverse ends. Like, I understand being emotional about it, but a lot of people aren't handling this very well and showing the true colors. So I'm just like, guys.
And I love Zack, and it was shady to throw Cavill at the end of a movie and give everybody hope that he was coming back. That was wrong.
That's
but
the
that ain't
Rock.
on
That's
James
the
Gunn.
Rock. That's the Rock.
The Rock
man.
doesn't give a fuck as long as he can make.
I think it's the Rock.
$7 to be
Luke and
exact.
Abby.
Well, no, because the Rock went around Hamada, who said no for good reason. Can we finally acknowledge Hamada actually knew what the fuck he was doing?
Maybe he might have.
He had a better incentive.
Hamada's
he had a
not-
better idea. All right, but a lot of people there's Hamada burger, Hamada this, Hamada don't know shit. Hamada was like looking to the future. He was working with Jim Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mostly blame Luke and Abby though, because they approved the cameo. They didn't have to listen to The Rock, but they listened to him.
Look, I was expecting all the people, the usual suspects, okay? The Skywalker peanut heads and the fucking Necron with shit tattoo work and all these losers that call us out, tell us that we're hating on them when they've been the ones grifting and lying the whole fucking time. I was expecting them to do this shit, but not people from our own circle that told us, no, man, that's not what it's about, man. It's not just about Snyder. Now you see, man, it was always about Snyder. And listen, Superman is Superman. I love Henry Cavill, but Henry Cavill is not Superman. He played Superman.
No actor is bigger than the character. No actor's bigger than the character. No director's bigger than the DC
but okay,
brand.
so like let me like here's the thing with this, right? Is like I went into Man of Steel thinking I don't want to see this movie. I walked out going, fuck, that's my Superman.
Oh yeah,
right?
me too.
Like
me too.
I love him in the role. I'm legitimately bummed that he's not coming back. But my anger and my frustration is aimed at the powers that be, not the man himself. And the powers that be are not even James Gunn, because him and Peter Safran, they did what they were supposed to do. They inherited a mess, a legitimate mess that had gone through multiple regimes, multiple different leaders who didn't know what they wanted to do. And I think were afraid of trying to really rock the boat in a way that was going to like have impact. But then, you know, you look at like the Batman and the Joker, two non-connected movies having grossed quite a bit.
Because they didn't have that baggage, man. They were just fresh stories anyone could jump into.
Yeah.
I'm not banking off Snyder. Here's the thing is though, man, it's like Snyder hasn't said anything. But his fans are out there attacking people and shit.
And
that was my point.
And they're also speaking for him.
No, Steven, that was my point. I'm not bashing Snyder or real Snyder fans, not the true fans, but those bros, those gym rats, those cultists. Yeah, man, I'm bashing the fuck out of them because, and I'm not even really bashing Snyder or his talent. I'm bashing the fact that he knows. He's got his finger on the pulse. He saw how his movie came to fruition. He knows it was a hashtag that was caused by social media. And he weaponized that. I don't care what anyone says. And when you're putting out stupid turkey pictures, knowing that that's going to cause a frenzy and get a whole bunch of people fighting with each other and all this.
He instigated them. He
You're
got them wrong.
Instigating your fan base. When you could put an end to that shit
I want to make this
a
point
long
too,
time ago.
I want to make this point too real quick.
Steven, we're not the ones crying, bro. We got what we wanted. We got what we wanted, homeboy.
I just want good DC movies and good stories. That's all I care about.
We still got a DC to look forward to. I can't help it. You motherfuckers are too busy dick riding the Sills and Mikey's and all them of the world.
This is going
you know what
hard,
I'm saying?
bro.
Like, I'm sorry. You know?
Here's
the talking about Cry Me a River. It sounds like you're the one crying, bitch.
Here's the truth too, man. Here's the truth. James Gunn and Peter Safran and the people in charge of DC had the courage to actually rip the goddamn Band-Aid off. Because let's be fair here, folks. I'm going to say this. No, let me explain. They should have rebooted DC after Justice League. But they didn't want to because I was like, oh, Aquaman's already in the can. If they would have rebooted DC after Justice League, I guarantee you wouldn't be in the mess that we're in. But no, they kept trying to fix it. It's like, oh, it's fine. The broken down car, we can fix it. Let's patch it up. They did reboot. DC should have rebooted already. It should have, but they didn't. And I guarantee it wouldn't be nearly as much trouble as they are now.
I have breaking news.
Oh.
I have breaking news. I think what we're about to see is the closest thing to an L Silla's gonna take. Check this out. He just posted this 7 minutes ago. I'm sorry the Cavill stuff didn't pan out. I was convinced he was back.
Oh my god!
You went around telling everybody that he had him.
And Sil, you're responsible for this, dude. You're responsible for a lot of this.
Yes, Sil, you went around telling everybody that you and Mikey knew for a fact he had a new contract.
We have insider sources from random people on fucking Twitter.
The cool kids table knew everything. Oh, he's got a multi-film contract out. Blah blah blah. Check out
the contract. More cameos coming. More cameos.
I think we should all
don't forget the cameos.
A moment and remember the great song by Eminem, Stan, and think about today's events and put two and two together and see exactly what's happening.
Well, Matt, let me ask you something. This is something I've been meaning to ask you and I always forget because but when it comes to this Snyder stuff, okay? Did you think for a second, the minute James Gunn took over, that he was going to ever let somebody else come in with their vision and ghostwrite for him?
No, like I already the thing is even a year ago. Yeah, even a year ago when the turkey image dropped and everyone lost their mind, and I think that was like the catalyst point. That was like the turning point for the fandom, in many ways. I was like, dude, he's still not coming back. He's got other things going on at Netflix. He likes to troll. I checked Zach's Vero. There's nothing that's been updated on there. The Rock still hasn't said anything. Danny Garcia only posted something under Cavill's Instagram post. I mean,
Danny and Hiram both.
Danny and Hiram, yeah. Basically, please don't fire us. Please don't fire us. Please don't fire us.
Did we call that shit, Matt? Oh my God, we've been screaming forever. Cavill needs new management.
I've been shouting it for years now, and nobody, and I think today I've been proven kind of right. But okay, real quick here, there's a clip I want to. RJ sent me. This I don't know what this is. We're kind of again Schadenfreude a little bit.
Yeah. Just wait. Just play it.
Okay, and then we'll get to the supers because you guys have been dropping quite a bit. So thank you.
Have any information? They don't know anything, right? Even if that were true, okay. What are y'all gonna do when the Snyderverse gets restored? What are y'all gonna say then? Who are you gonna blame? Who's gonna take the L? Because as far as I know, okay, Mikey said that the Ayer cut is going to get released this year. So, if the Ayer cut doesn't get released this year, that'll be the first L y'all will be able to give Mikey, right?
Okay, first
give him a legitimate L because he said that the Ayer cut.
Oh, that's it. Okay,
that's it. Yeah.
That dude had a phone book full of L's before that Ayer shit ever.
Are you kidding me? Now he's got a phone book full of names. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, dude,
I wouldn't like nuke my channel or nuke.
Is he still gonna go through with his book? That's the question.
Oh, I don't know with all the fake quotes
God,
that he's got.
I forgot about his book.
Yeah, I mean, guys, I wouldn't
with
nuke my
book
channel.
Now.
I wouldn't nuke my channel or anything, guys. I wouldn't.
The story of how the Snyderverse died.
Yeah, but I would know for a fact that I can't get on YouTube for a while and have any credibility because they all look like absolute fools right now. They look like idiots.
After all the shit they flung at us, all the shit they did the last 2 years.
All the crap that they've said.
The L's fucking betas. Fucking betas.
They've got nothing. And I know, look, I know it sounds kind of petty. I know it sounds kind of bullshit.
But those guys didn't deserve this.
Yeah,
they didn't deserve the Snyderverse, man. Fuck them.
Yeah.
No. They took everything that was like they just were a horrible representation of what the Snyderverse means and everything. Like that's why everyone's just like fuck these guys and James Gunn straight. That's probably why James Gunn straight up was like, wait, yeah, no, fuck this shit.
No, pause not stopped is not like that's the name of his book, but it's definitely stopped, dude. It's definitely
it's not stopped. It's fucking obliterated. It's gone. It's, as sad as it is, like I wanted Justice League 2 by Snyder, but damn, bro.
Sorry. What? Check out the video of Chris the Bipolar Jedi stealing a Domino's delivery card under a minute.
What?
Wait, what?
What?
Yo, Chris, you got something to say about
Chris is real silent about that. What's going on?
I have no idea what he's talking about. Still like, it's funny, but I don't know what he's talking about.
I never stole a fucking dog. It was Pizza Hut, bitch.
Are you sure you never stole a pizza cart? Yes.
And guess what? Ash Eternal's the one that was driving it.
Well, no, now I want receipts. Put the link in there.
Ash, DM me that. I want to see that video. Hey, what's up, Devin? Just tuned in. What are these guys saying about the news? We're laughing at the cultists, generally speaking.
Oh, and Brodan into it for though. What Brodan? I streamed with Brodan earlier, and we talked about this a little bit, and so maybe that's why I'm trying to remember who Ash is.
I don't know. You like RPing a fucking a Grand Theft Auto game or what? All right, what's this one here, Caden? Oh, here we go. Let's see. Zod here says, I'm going to read this in his natural voice, by the way. Who else canceled their HBO Max subscription this week due to all the James Gunn shenanigans? One less week. So
he couldn't even tag the correct James Gunn.
Yeah, he's two ends. It's two ends, bro. Come on.
How are they shenanigans? The only shenanigan is The Rock being an absolute dumbass for doing bringing him back.
Watch that James Gunn right there be like,
what's he saying?
Like a normie.
What the fuck did I do?
No shit. And he's like, what the fuck did I do?
Exactly.
What did he say?
By the way, James Gunn, last question, I promise. Where the hell is the Ayer cut? I mean, since you're rebooting, you might as well release it and give your buddy David Ayer.
Sir, this is a Wendy's. I don't know who James Gunn is. I don't know who you're talking about.
Right.
You might as well release Zack Snyder's vision.
And someone replied to him and asked, shouldn't Mikey know? He told you guys it was coming out this year. Just clip that video and just send it to
This
him.
has turned into just a giant bass stream of these guys. I mean, I'm not gonna lie,
Well, there's still the article to get to and everything else, but
they had to
and then
know
also
it was coming.
James Gunn's tweets and everything.
because those were woo.
You know, it's fucking hysterical. There's a lot of
Dude,
coping.
the Patty
though.
Jenkins stuff, and now this. Henry
The Patty
Cavill,
Jenkins was straight damage control. That's all that was.
Like
that was
this,
straight damage
this
control.
all like DC's just taking a fucking massive wow.
Oh my God! This one guy
just
here says
fucking
to
nuts.
Sil, "It's not your fault. He was coming back until James Gunn ruined everything." This
He
is
did what he was hired to do.
yeah. It's fucking.
Blame Zaslav for hiring someone who wasn't going to continue what you wanted.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. The only person
Again,
you can
Gunn's
blame
gonna
is
get
The
the brunt of
Rock
this,
and
but
those
wasn't he
people
supposed
that
to start
said
hiring-
yes to this, because they're the
Was
ones
he-
like
Yeah.
bro, you hired
Wasn't he
James
supposed to
Gunn
be
and
hiring
people.
Deborah
Hold
Snyder?
on. Caden's trying to say something real quick.
Wasn't he supposed to hire Deborah Snyder?
And then it was
Like,
Hiram Garcia
and then
Danny
and
Garcia.
then it was, and now it's Gunn, and then he's like, nah. So it should be Zaslav you guys blame.
Hey,
'cause he's the one
Steven.
that
Hey,
hired.
Steven, who the fuck are you talking about, bro? You got something to say? Timid voice
I'm here to
child.
argue. I'll never. What do you want to argue? I don't know what you want to argue. I don't know what you're trying to argue. I don't want to. I'm here just to laugh. But let's move on because there's more stuff to get here. Okay, so Garrick here for 5. Thanks, buddy. Says we should definitely check out Angry Joe's rant. It's 20 minutes, but he's so salty. Yeah, we could do that towards the end. That'd be kind of. I would be okay. This is going to be a bit longer of a stream, but I think it's going to be worth it. So yeah,
Again,
we'll definitely.
Devin's on point with that comment, by the way, down there.
Exactly.
What?
Exactly, Devin.
If Zaslav hired someone who didn't want to bring back Snyder, Zaslav didn't want to bring back Snyder, which means this was dead when the merger happened. I mean, that's very correct. Devin with another great point. So if you haven't checked out his stuff, Devin's a good dude. You should check out his Ye Old Nerdcast. He's a good guy. So all right, so here, okay, Zachary, DM me the Angry Joe rant because I recently unsubbed from Angry Joe, and I just don't care. Plushy here says go check out Max's stream. I mean, look, I don't want to kick a guy
I
while
was
he's
on
down.
Max's stream.
I don't want to kick a guy while he's down. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he's
But
upset, man.
he's
He's
upset.
upset.
Like
I
I like to
understand.
poke
I
at Max,
understand.
but I also know that there's a limit. You got to do it. We got 10 bones here from Rational. Thank you, buddy. It says gonna say this, but this will hurt talent relations 100%. Mark my words, especially if anyone is recast. Recast The Rock as most likely having a shitstorm over this behind
I don't
the
think
scenes.
it's going to hurt talent relations as much as you think it will. It's not going to.
If there's money to be made, the talent will be there. If there's competent leadership, the talent will stick around.
Oh my god, I saw someone tweet that like James Gunn just ruined his relationships with managers, agents, directors,
No, it
writers,
didn't.
and I'm
No, it
like,
didn't.
oh my god, are you?
If
are you
anything,
serious?
if anything, it's like he's going to
It's
give
like-
a lot of unknown actors a lot of opportunities.
And then they're like, he's directed and writing every single DC movie. See,
No, he's not. He already
ruining-
said he
I'm like,
wasn't.
no, he's not. Like,
But again, Cade, you have to realize there's a lot of people emotionally lashing out because their favorite toy got taken away from them.
oh,
So-
boo-hoo.
Yeah, Zack Snyder. That's their favorite toy.
Even
That's
though
their
Zack
favorite
is
toy.
making movies, it's not DC movies.
Yeah, it's hysterical. Everything. All right, thank you for that one, Rational. Then Rational's another 5 bones. Says, why would audiences devote another decade if they couldn't trust DC the past decade? Will Peacemaker and Gunn Suicide Squad stay? Yeah, they will. Because
Most likely those be retconned.
because they'll be retconned or whatever's going to happen. They'll find out a way to make it work, or they'll just redo everything with the Flash, and they'll start over again. I mean, even if that means ending Peacemaker, which I don't
sad,
want. You know,
but-
there's a line that Stephen King says that sometimes you have to kill your babies.
Mhm.
And you know what? Gunn may be going, look, I don't want to end Peacemaker. I love the show. I love Suicide Squad. I
But
love these
actually, what's best
characters.
for DC.
But now I've got to think what's best for the company. And so that could be an angle. I mean, the company's been mismanaged up until a point, you know, and we have to realize now that things are just vastly different and vastly changing. And so no, people will stick around. If the movies are good, people will come back.
I want to say too, to address his first point, because I see that a lot. Like, why should the general audience invest in DC again? Guys, the general audience already gave up on DC. They left a long time ago. The only people carrying it were like diehard fans. The general audience abandoned DC, the DCEU at least, the cinematic universe, after Justice League. They kind of came back for Aquaman, but that was mostly international market, and that's it. They've not shown up for DC movies since. They gave up, man.
RJ, I don't think anyone's gonna want to watch the new Aquaman now. I think
no. I agree. But Chris, what I'm saying is like people are saying the general audience is gonna abandon the
but this ain't the first time Warner Brothers has fucked up the DC universe. This is like the third time they fucked up the DC.
That's what I'm saying.
They'll always come back. But
it just it was going down.
The Flash might do good if they use it to retcon everything. But here was my theory that they could do. Here was a theory I had that they could do. Use Suicide Squad and Peacemaker as your foundation for a catalyst of a jumping off point. Because Amanda Waller can tie in all your villains you want to bring in, James Gunn. She can tie in all the heroes you want to bring in. Mm-hmm. You could use that as a jumping off point and still save what you've built.
Or use super movie. But Brodan is right. The general audience hasn't cared. They gave up. And then the story I tell is, and maybe you guys have similar stories, after Justice League, because my dad and a lot of my friends are already burned by the BVS theatrical cut. They hated that movie. They wanted to give Justice League a chance because it was Justice League. When they walked out of that, my dad and a couple of my friends told me they didn't want to see another DC movie again, and they haven't. It was like pulling teeth to get my dad to want to go see the Batman. They gave up on DC. They did. People gave up and they stopped watching, and they just went to Marvel. So there's no salvaging a universe that people just are apathetic towards. It's done. You can't fix it. You can put as many Band-Aids as you want or fix the story and try and retool the actors. But you can't fix it.
So Werewolf Film Geek here says, how is this what's best for DC? People wanted Henry back.
Well, you missed the part where he called you a dumbass.
Not to mention, not everybody.
I thought he was talking to you. But I was like, okay. Colloquial. It's a colloquial dumbass comment, right?
Because you wanted Henry
it's addressing the dumbassery of the crowd.
That means every fan, including the normies and the general audience, everybody, because you wanted Cavill back, that means everybody wanted Cavill back. No, what real DC fans want back is Superman. That's it. We want Superman back.
A coherent universe.
I'm even going to go on a limb. I'm going to go on a limb, and I'm just going to be fair here. And if you look at the box office, it will back it up. They don't even care about Superman.
Not this version of Superman.
No, well, this version of Superman still made more money than Superman Returns.
I agree. I'm just saying.
But remember, between 1989 and 2006, there was no Superman movie.
Yeah.
There was only one show in the 90s.
But Matt, do you agree that the general audience gave up on the DCEU? Because I feel like they did.
I feel that it's not that the general audience necessarily gave up. I think there was a lot of, if you look at like the timing of certain movies, right? So
they stopped caring.
No, it's not that they stopped caring because we don't know what the home video numbers are. To be fair, we don't know what the home video numbers are. But you have to go back and look. I mean, even go back to 2017, right? Look at Justice League. Justice League was a fucking stinker. It was a stinker. All right. But what followed it the next year? A year afterward was Aquaman.
But that was $1 billion movie. Not domestic.
Well, but domestic isn't everything. Neither is international.
But then the international markets didn't show for the other movies either, though.
But again, we have to also look at when these things were released. We know Shazam, a much smaller movie, with a much smaller marketing budget, was released weeks before Endgame. And not long after Captain Marvel. It was in a very bad position. It was a Christmas movie that came out in fucking April. It should have come out at Christmas. But it came out in April. They fucked that one up. They pushed it back. They played a game with it and they lost. Then after that, what did we get? 2019 had Shazam as well as... No, I think Shazam was the only one in 2019, right?
Joker.
Well, Joker's not considered DCU. All right, but
you're talking about DCEU.
It's talking about DCEU. Yeah. But then look at Birds of Prey. That came out and that had 2 weeks before the pandemic hit?
Yeah, but even in those 2 weeks, like it made no money.
Still 400 million worldwide is what it pulled in.
Was it 400? I thought it was way less. No, it was way less than 400.
Or was it 180? I thought it did 400. Maybe it's like 180. That's a way off bet right there, though. Yeah, look it up. Fact check me on that because I'm probably wrong.
Shazam was 400, I think.
Shazam was 400 worldwide.
Birds of Prey worldwide total was 205 million.
Okay. Yeah, but then again, it got hurt from bad marketing because we know Warner Brothers can't market. And then the Suicide Squad came out during the Delta variant, also day and date. but it did really well on HBO Max. So there's been like, I understand the argument you want to make, but we literally have like years of disruption. And that's the biggest problem. It's not necessarily that audiences have checked out because the content is bad. It's because there's a lot of apathy.
I can rebuttal that though, just for a second. Black Adam.
Okay.
Why didn't the Trelawney show for that movie? If they love Henry Cavill so
because
much and they
because
love
Henry
DC so much, why didn't they show up?
Because the movie was more about Dwayne Johnson than it was about the character. And we all know that intrinsically. The Rock led the charge.
But the movie was marketed with the JSA too, and they used Superman for marketing, and they didn't care either.
They didn't use Superman for marketing until like a week
3
before.
days, yeah, like right.
No,
before,
it was
like,
12 days. It was 12 days
Yeah,
before
it
the
was
movie
like-
came out because they had the premiere. We knew about that then. I'm telling you, the biggest thing that fucked Black Adam was that the clip leaked out that night. That was the biggest thing. If they would have blocked all cell phone coverage and like not let anyone bring their cell phones in, we would have known that the clip was there, but nobody would have seen it.
I'm just saying, if I'm David Zaslav and the financial people at Warner Bros. Discovery, why do I want to continue the DCEU if Black Adam flopped as much as it did? That was your moment, guys. If you didn't see Black Adam in theaters, you're part of the problem. You fucked up.
I'll tell you this, I was against the movie, but I still saw it in theaters, man. I still paid my money.
Yeah.
But anyway, here we gotta move on. There's so more stuff to get to. So all right, Batman Superman here for 2. Thank you. Says at least Batman 2 is safe from all this drama.
Thankfully, yes.
Yeah. I think Batman 2 and 3 and all the other stuff they're working on is going to be its own thing. Anthony here for 2. Thanks, buddy. Says, so Feige is calling Henry and The Rock for the MCU.
I think it's the other way around.
I think The Rock might try to package Henry and go to Marvel. Hey, you get both of us coming on in, guys. Henry is too nice of a guy, but he needs to fire his fucking management, right?
He should.
I mean, it's just like his he's gotta listen because he's being dicked around, and he's just.
I feel so bad too because he said that the studio told him to release that video announcing he's back. That's got to be even more shitty. It's like you told me to announce I was back. I thought it was a for sure thing. That sucks, man.
It was It was all marketing. That's what it is. Let's see the red comment for 5. Thanks, buddy. Says I just want Gunn to hire Snyder for one-off film. The online fan rage and confusion. For a one-off film for the online fan rage and confusion. It's actually not an unbelievable
Maybe
scenario.
for like an Elseworlds movie, but I don't know why Zach would want to come back when he's got Netflix.
Well, but not only that, but why would they want to do an Elseworld movie?
Plus, I think they're trying to avoid the fan rage and confusion too.
Yeah,
You
that's
let
why
one
Gunn
grain of Zack Snyder, 1 grain of salt from Zack Snyder hit this franchise again, then you're going to stir up all the piranhas again, and there's going to be blood in the water. And we're going to have to hear for the next 3 years about how Snyder's coming back.
So you're just saying salt the earth.
I'm just saying it's done, bro. Nuke it.
Yeah.
It's done.
Just let it die.
Just let it die.
That's entirely a thing. I would love to see Zach come back for something, but I don't. He might come back to direct because Ben Affleck. We'll talk about that. We get to the article.
Yeah, I always like the animation idea, guys. If he can't finish it live action, give us the animation with the voice.
No, it's never
gonna happen. You know,
it's never gonna come back. Yeah,
get Zack Snyder for Ghost Rider or some kind of Marvel project. That'd be cool.
So there's just not a lot that's gonna be. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, Zack Snyder. Could Zack Snyder work in the Marvel ecosystem? I don't think he could. I don't think he could homogenize himself. And after Chloe Zhao and Taika Waititi having more artistic freedom and those movies kind of failing in some areas, even Doctor Strange 2 kind of, even though I really like Doctor Strange 2.
What if he did like a Michael Giacchino where he directs like a one shot, a Marvel special presentation?
That would be interesting.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, this is just a movie.
Yeah, he might want to. I mean, he might want to have a little bit of fun with that one. All right, Reed here for 5. Thanks, buddy. It says, why are people hating James Gunn so much? I just don't understand how people can leave other. I just don't understand. They think James Gunn killed their childhood. At this point,
basically, yes, that's the equivalent. Yeah.
Yeah, they feel like they got a puppy for Christmas, and James Gunn kicked down the door, drug out the puppy, and drowned it in the ice out front. You know what I mean?
I think another thing, Maddie, is that they crowd stomped so much, and they got that hashtag off the ground, and they did get.
They felt powerful.
They felt like they could make anything happen. So they kept doubling and tripling down, and they're so entitled now because of that. Because you hear them talk about it all the time. We moved mountains with that. We made this happen. Well, you got your movie. and then you wanted it to continue, and when you didn't get what you wanted, you're a little entitled.
Chris, it's basically this, man. It's when you give a mouse a cookie.
The only thing
Exactly.
they made happen was a new slate happen and them moving farther and farther away with their attitude and their behavior, to be honest. That's the only thing really accomplished, was make everyone see, like, these guys are fucking toxic and kind of assholes and just spew whatever they want and are taking advantage of what people are very passionate about. So they're like, oh, yeah, we'll just, I wouldn't be like, that's just kind of how I'm seeing it. It's like, dude, you fucking, do all this shit. This is what happens.
Yeah. Phantom Menace L's posted on Twitter. I just have to read this off real quick. They said, it turns out that cutting out 30 minutes in BVS was just as catastrophic of a decision as killing John Wick's
Dude, that's
dog.
where all of it starts. All of it starts in that decision. That fateful day where Kevin Sugihara and Toby Emmerich decided that, whoever decided to do that, cut 30 minutes out of BVS, that's where all this started.
Yeah, it was it was fucking crucial too. Like, how the fuck could you cut 30 minutes of essential storytelling to make more, like, dude, that's
some of the most important stuff they cut was shit that made the story better. Because
it's a great movie. It's just they fucked it, dude. The Ultimate Cuts should have been theatrical. Maybe
they absolutely
would have liked it more.
Yeah,
that's what killed DC and led
it
to
hurt
this.
It hurt it, but also the Justice League shit hurt it too. It was reactionary. The problem with DC is they've been reactionary, and this is reactionary as well. But it's a steadier hand that's reacting. That's the way I take it, at least. Garrick here for 5.
Maddie, before you read that super chat, I'm going to dip out and watch the rest of this. I gotta walk the dog and still eat some food, but thanks for letting me come on. I did want to express a few of my opinions, man. I didn't mean to get so heated with everybody, but how.
No, it's all good. It's all good, man. Thank you very much, Chris.
All right, RJ, I'm glad you're back, kiddo. I'm glad you're back, guys.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right, see you later, Chris. Thank you. All right, so Garrick here says, Henry's a class act, and I'm disappointed at how his Superman was handled, but it's time to move on. The DCEU has felt aimless for years.
And again, that's the old regime's fault. The old regime had a lot of baggage and didn't treat the characters of the universe right, and now we have to rip the Band-Aid off and start anew.
Yeah, and it's a shame that's at the expense of Henry Cavill and what was built before it. But it's like, dude, this is what happens when you have shitty leaders and shitty executives who do stuff for all the wrong reasons.
Well, okay, so here's Cavill's statement that he put out on Instagram here. He says, I've just had a meeting with James Gunn and Peter Safran, and it's sad news. I will, after all, not be returning as Superman. After being told by the studio to announce my return back in October prior to their hire, this news isn't the easiest, but that's life. The changing of the guard is something that happens. I respect that. James and Peter have a universe to build, and I wish them and all involved with the new universe the best of luck and the happiest of fortunes. For those who have been by my side through the years, we can mourn for a bit, but then we must remember Superman is still around. Everything he stands for still exists, and the examples he sets for us are still there. My turn to wear the cape has passed, but what Superman stands for never will. It's been a fun ride with you all, onwards and upwards. And that's a class act response. That's a class act response.
It's a perfect response.
Yeah,
perfect.
Yeah.
I have seen some people, like Josh from Den of Nerds, say not only, oh, I was right, but it shows that James Gunn and Cavill don't like each other, but they're also saying, oh, Cavill seems more upset than James does. Maybe the meeting didn't actually go that well. I'm like, how do you expect Cavill to react? Is he not supposed to be sad a little bit?
Right?
Like,
I mean, he just he's everything just got switched on him like that. Like within a couple months, literally everything just changed
within 52 days.
Exactly. So I mean,
52 days.
And obviously from that response, he's wishing them all the best. But it's not. I don't think he's mad with James or anything, because it's like, that's their fucking job. That's what they're hired to do.
Again,
make DC, run DC, and that's what they're doing. It's
Rock's fault. It's the Lucas fault. It's Zaslav's fault. It's Abby's fault for promising him something that they knew may not come to fruition.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, all this is everything regarding DC since 2013 till now is the result of horrible producing, executing, and just decisions by leaders that are running the show. This is literally all mainly their fault, in my opinion. They're horrible decisions, and stuff like this is just another example of like the horrible.
It's very poetic, by the way. At the last time we're going to see Henry Cavill Superman was him teasing a fight, saying we need to talk to a character he doesn't even fight in the comics. It's not his villain.
Yeah,
yeah.
We need to talk. Yeah. We need, yeah.
His last lines in the DCEU as Superman ever will be, "We need to talk."
Yeah, basically.
Oh, I know. All right, let's keep going here. Okay. Marcus here for another $2. Thank you. Says Ding Dong, Cavill, and Affleck are gone. I mean, Affleck, maybe not so much. There's something to talk about on that too. We'll get to that though in a few. Because there is still the article and then James Gunn's tweets to contend with. So thank you for that though. Command Unit, I do see your post there. We'll check out the Arma stuff at the end. Jess for 5, thank you. Says I'm calling it now. Zaslav will greenlight reality TV show movies. He knew how expensive a Superman movie will be. I mean, Zaslav is definitely going to go for cheap content. We know that. Like, they're going to probably hold a bit of a budget for the DC stuff, but HBO, man, is just fucked. It's so fucked right now. You know, so many people are.
Yeah, apparently they're getting ready when it comes to HBO. Like, the reason they got rid of all those shows is to sell them to third parties until they launch the new streaming service.
Yeah, because well, they need the $3.5 billion in cut downs, you know, or write downs. So it's like, good luck.
Yeah,
it's just been a bad time.
I don't know, but the thing is, they're still like, oh yeah, we have House of Dragons and The Last of Us, but it's like, bro, like, are they just gonna be like that desperate for some pocket change that they're gonna skim those budgets, even though they're probably gonna be one of their more successful shows in bringing a lot of viewership and money? That's what I don't
know. I don't know. I mean, I have no idea what they're gonna do. I mean, I know they're gonna lean into the IPs that they have.
I hope,
and obviously Game of Thrones have done very well. Well, we'll have to wait and see. Anything could happen.
But I wouldn't be surprised with Zaslav because it seems like he would do anything to save a buck.
Yeah, he absolutely would. Speaking of that, H Bart's here, $2, man. Thank you. Says, Matt, did you show the AI story? I didn't. I will read that later. H Bart's found a chat AI bot and asked it to write him a story about Kevin Smith and I having an encounter. And it's a very interesting encounter.
I'm guessing it's ghost sexual. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not gonna spoil it. Otis here for 5. Thanks, Otis. Says stupid turkey picture frenzy. He's not wrong. Otis is not wrong. That turkey picture really fucked with a lot of things. So that's.
I have to bring this up later, but John Campy made a post and I thought it was kind of funny, but also sad.
On
Twitter.
I thought he left Twitter.
He's still on Twitter.
Oh, I thought he quit. He's like, fucking Elon Musk. I'm gonna quit Twitter, man. What'd he say? Because I'm blocked by John Francis Campia.
He just posted a picture.
Okay. Oh my god.
It's him hugging his Superman standee.
God. This is what happens when a 50-year-old man doesn't have children.
He loves that version of Superman, though. Even some of the show. Like, he actually said, though, I would hate it, but I understand why. So tomorrow's show should be interesting.
Yeah, he should definitely have. There will be a lot of very interesting takes that are going to come out tonight and tomorrow. 100%.
Oh yeah, especially from some DC channels.
I'm just sad because I really loved Henry Cavill's Superman, but it's definitely understandable.
About, you know who?
I mean, there's quite a few people, so I'm trying to think of the one you're necessarily posted in the. Okay, you did. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. All right, here, Ryan, Dawn of Hope, DCU fan, Cinematics. Maddox, $2, thank you. Says, I'm going to say as a true Snyder fan, thank you. I don't know what you're saying thank you to, man, but you're welcome. I mean, look, we all wish we would have got more of it. I'll tell you this, I feel kind of bad. I feel bad that Nicotina and Zeverfett and those guys working on the Project Justice League, right? They're just like, we're going to hope to release it. You know, they're releasing it on Christmas, part 2.
Mm. Well, good for them though.
I hope it does, and it does great for ASFP. And evidently now it's more important than ever.
Now they might, yeah. They should release it today. They should release it today or tomorrow to catch on the hype, right? Of just like because the ASFP would get a lot of money.
It would be a smart thing. It would be smart, but I definitely but the thing is like the whole thing with that is like also donating to ASFP, which I think like today even would have been smart to maybe repost a link or something, but I definitely think that's like because they raised a lot of money when Part 1 released, so I definitely hope that it's the same way around and even more with Part 2, because we've like two important people to many people committed suicide within a relatively short time, and it's just people need to talk more about men's mental health and overall just mental health in general. And I hope that this kind of sparks more to that and more resources to that. Because I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like, damn. And
Well, I know.
Holy shit.
They should definitely put out what.
Hold up. So, Discussing Film posted the news. This dude got ratioed. Hold up. So, they made their post, right? Henry Cavill will no longer be Superman. Over 120,000 likes, 33,000 retweets. This guy says, I will miss the DCEU. Gets like 3,000 likes. Angry Ewok says, I won't LOL. It was fucking terrible. And ratioed 11,000 likes.
I mean, it's a fucking hilarious
that really,
comment,
no, that's not really a ratio though.
Dude, look how many more likes he got.
Oh, ratioing the other guy. Okay.
Mm.
I think ratioing on Twitter is.
I'm just saying,
funny
man.
as hell, though. His
People need
comment
to
was
realize
fucking
that this
hilarious.
is the popular take. People did not like the DCEU. People want a reboot. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
What was funny though is Titan season 4 just dropped. Or no, Doom Patrol season 4 just dropped, and Doom Patrol is really popular on HBO Max according to reports that I've read. So it's like there's elements of where things are right now that have viewers, but it's like the overall aspect of it, obviously including involving the Trinity is really what they want, because let's be fair, while there are a lot of great side characters and like, you know, see through Z-list characters, they never get the fucking play on like anything. You know, the cartoons.
It's always
Batman, Superman, you know, Justice League. It's not
even Superman.
We can show some love to Green Lantern for God's sake.
I'm telling you right now, Green Lantern will be a priority. I guarantee it.
Fucking hope so. He's literally one of my favorite characters.
I don't know. I think the cost might be too high
for Green Lantern,
because it's all CG, dude. It's all CG. You know what I mean? Like,
but
they could make it work. They could make it work as a movie, maybe like try to like find a way to give it like a bit of a smaller budget. You know?
I think the show will get kaput and just go to become a movie.
I mean, bro, we've been hearing about this Green Lantern's Corp for years, and literally nothing has come from it. I think at this point that they're probably just gonna scrap it and put that in the write-offs.
I personally don't care about Green Lantern, but that's just me.
Dude, Green Lantern has so many possibilities, potential, though, man. It really does.
Bro, I'm not saying. I mean, well, what was it? The Green Lantern First Flight animated movie was fucking legit. I'll say that.
Yeah, dude, I love it.
That was
watched
really
it like
good.
4 times.
How was the Emerald Knight? I didn't see the Emerald Knight one.
Emerald Knight was okay. It was more like
bad.
an anthology with like multiple little segments.
Okay, but the First Flight,
I liked it for
really
what
good.
it was.
All right, because there's yeah, no, I see that. Okay, let's keep going on there. Okay, so Peter Parker for 5, thanks, buddy, says Dwayne did all that work for nothing. Cavill deserved better. You can also put Dwayne did all that work and people didn't show up for Dwayne's movie. So I mean, you know, if they would have put Cavill as being in the movie maybe a month before, like after they shot it or whatever, and it came out, that could have built something. But it wasn't enough to move the needle. It just wasn't enough. And it's like, again, the Snyder Cut did well. People liked it for who saw it, but it just didn't do enough. Now, what's going to suck is if when Black Adam drops on home video in a couple weeks, because it comes out like the first part of next month, if that blows up on home video and they make a fuckload of money, which is entirely possible, I would laugh my ass off. Because then I'm like, okay, now you guys definitely maybe jumped the gun a little bit. But I don't think so.
Still, considering that this was Black Adam, and this is The Rock's like major introduction to the DCEU, or what was the DCEU, it pretty much was like a lot of people were just there to see JSA, Dr. Fate, because I mean, I haven't seen too many people be like, oh, I fucking love Black Adam. Most people are there like, oh, I love the JSA, or like the Henry Cavill Superman. Like, none of the talk is on Cavill, or sorry, on The Rock, because The Rock's performance was like sidelined. So I'm definitely like, if anything, it's because people want to see more of the JSA, or, you know, obviously Cavill, but that's not anymore. But I mean, I've seen another thing on Twitter to continue to talk about Cavill. Is like people are like, well, he's talking about like, you know, doing a younger Superman, but doesn't mean he can't come back and play the older Superman when they grow him up. But I'm like, I mean, that could be a possibility, but I highly doubt it.
I don't. Why would you wait around for that? Why would you wait around? It makes no fucking sense.
Dude, he would be old. He would be way older then. Like, if you're gonna if you want him as Superman, you do it now while he's still relatively young. Because if they're gonna have a whole new Superman, a younger kid, why would they? That doesn't make any sense.
No, I get
But I've
that.
seen
I
a
get
shit
that.
ton of those comments under James' post, so that's why I just wanted to bring it up because it's an argument that a lot of people are trying to have.
What's so funny though is earlier today I was all jazzed up to talk about the James Gunn debunking Pattinson coming into the DCU commentary. I was all like that and the God of War news. I was like, all right, cool. There's stuff to talk about tonight.
Oh, the
and
God
then,
of
of
War
course,
news.
literally all hell breaks loose. Yeah. Maverick here for 5. Thanks, buddy. Says, I think it would make sense to use a Suicide Squad as a starting point since there's really no direct reference to anything other than Peacemaker.
Sort of, but it's still adjacent and connected to the old universe.
Well,
yeah. Which is why
What do
what
you
they
do with
should
Margot
do.
Robbie?
You
What do you do with
recast her.
Amanda Waller?
Amanda Waller too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I don't. Look, they've probably figured out a way to kind of make it work to an extent.
I'm sure. It'll be like one of those things where
they're
it's
smart
reboot
people.
with,
Like it's a
with like a
reboot and not the
10%,
same version, but the
10
same
to
actors.
15% of a cherry pick of who you keep as
Like
in
very
game.
tiny cherry picks.
Yeah, like very tiny cherry.
So
picks.
I think we can also look at this and realize that Patty Jenkins, she definitely they fired her ass. Let's be fair. They fired her ass, right? If they told Henry Cavill that he's not coming back as Superman, and they probably reached out to Ben, we'll talk about that too, telling him he's probably not coming back as Batman, and then they reached out to Patty and told Patty she's not coming back as Wonder Woman, and then Gal's like, I can't wait for the next thing, because they're probably like, well, she does well internationally, and so we want to do that. And Ezra's been super quiet, right? Ezra's been super quiet.
Ezra needs to worry about staying out of trouble before he
bro,
yeah,
like for real.
And Momoa hasn't said anything.
By the way, I guarantee you the Ezra drama also helped start this reboot conversation too. Guarantee it.
Oh, that fucked everything up. It fucked
character.
everything up. Well, no, because the Ezra drama, if Ezra's drama didn't happen, the Flash would already be coming out like this week or last week or whatever. It would have already come out. They only remember it was going to be Black Adam in July, the Flash in November. And then they moved it because the whole thing with Ezra happened, and they were like, well, we don't know if our main star is going to be fucking Lockup. So they moved it, and they pushed, remember, then they moved to Aquaman, right? And then they had them skip each other. And then they moved to Aquaman from March back to the end of the year, but kept Flash at June. So what they should do now is just move Aquaman up to June and move Flash back to December, and then just reboot everything. Give it that grace period. But what about Blue Beetle?
I think Blue Beetle will get pushed to 2024 beyond and become a movie set in the DCU. I think they're just going to retool it.
Yeah,
because it's literally standalone. There's like no references apparently to any of the heroes except for like one little joke about Batman. That's it. So you could literally just restructure the movie to be part of the new slate.
Yeah, here we go. Religos here says, thanks, Ezra, you asshole. I mean, here's kinda, there's been that a little bit there. All right, and we got Steve for $2 here. I'd like to state my piece, check DMs. I don't know who you wanted to fight. Was it Chris? Because Chris left. So I don't know who you want to fight. I didn't see it. So I don't know. Thank you for the $2, but I'm not doing the blood sport stuff tonight. Not unless I'm fighting somebody. There's a difference on that one. And then the red comment for 5. Thanks, man. Says, any conversation about Warner Brothers Discovery management decisions need to start with the phrase $52 billion in debt.
That's part of it too. These actors are too expensive. They need to go cheaper.
That's
unknown actors that Gunn and his talent discover and feel like best fit those roles will be a lot cheaper. Especially because guess what, Matt? This also plays a part in it. If they wanted to bring back Cavill or Godot or Ben Affleck, their new contracts would need to include video games and animation because they're all going to connect. It's much cheaper to come up with new contracts for unknown actors because they can fill out all 3 easy.
Exactly.
I mean, it's smart to be honest. Like, if you're gonna reboot and like retool DCU and start new, why not bring in unknown people that would be just as good for the role and build up their thing? Because but then again, it's probably gonna hit to the same point as Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot. I would think. I mean, I hope that whoever they decide to go forward as Superman or whoever they do is gonna be a huge star and be very well for the role. But I mean, it's just kind of like we don't know.
We'll have to wait and see. So, all right, guys, we've caught up. There's been a lot of super chats. You guys have been.
Said you skipped one of his.
Did I? I don't believe I did.
You did in the chat.
Which one was it?
I have no clue.
Because you've only, as far as I've seen, you've only sent 2. So unless I can scroll through and see if there's one that I missed real quick. I don't think I missed I think I got everything. Okay. No, Ashura here said that they DM'd me the Chris link on Twitter. Okay. I didn't see that, but I'll get to that. Thank you. Benson. And I missed this one too from Benson. Cavill is Bond. # restore the Boulder Talk. Benson wants me to bring back Boulder Talk Radio, which would be funny.
Hey, make sure to hit the like button. We got all these people watching. Make sure hit the like button.
I don't know how many likes are we even at right now. I haven't even looked.
I don't know, but I just know we need
52 likes to 238 people.
We can get way more
Come
than
on.
that.
Oh, there we go.
Just see.
I did miss this
why
one.
The Rock isn't. Or sorry, Henry Cavill isn't coming back because they're not liking the stream.
You're not liking it enough. You're not liking it enough.
Damn
yet.
right.
There we go. All right, Rational for 2. Thanks, you, buddy. Sorry, I guess I was looking away. The chat was going pretty fast. How is The Rock acting behind the scenes? Hell if I know, man. He hasn't said a word. He hasn't said anything about James Gunn or Peter Safran since they took over.
He's probably not shut up now.
He's got if they told Superman he's gone, Black Adam is going to be in the same boat.
No shit, because no one really cares for his performance anyways. But like, it's funny how he's like, I fought 15 years for this, and it's like, well, you probably got to wait another 15 years.
You fought see, and this is where I do feel bad, because I do feel bad. He did fight 15 years to get it made. It's not a terrible movie. It's okay.
I wouldn't even give it okay.
I'll defend the okay factor a bit. There's some good stuff in there. It's mid. It's mid. But there's
generic.
Some good stuff. It's fine. But I thought the cinematography was really good. I liked the visual effects were really good. There was a lot there aesthetically that was pretty decent. The story not the greatest, but Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate was great. Aldous Hodge as Hawkman was great. There was good in the movie. It just didn't have all the necessary components to make it a great film. And even the director not really showing up for any of the fucking interviews. That was a big issue right there, because The Rock just made it all about him. And because he was banking on it being all about him, that's what's got to make it hurt even fucking more, because he just doesn't have the fucking pull, And even the other night I was picking up a delivery order at a donut shop, and Young Rock was on TV, and I watched a couple minutes of it, and I was like, oh God, this is just, I don't need to.
I kind of like Young Rock. It's got a charm to it, man.
It's got a, I'm like, okay, it's just more of his life. And I'm like, at this point, I don't care.
He has an interesting life though, man. He's got a cool story.
Sure. I mean, I really want to know more about how he would go into that 7-Eleven and steal all the Snickers. That's the interesting storyline right there. 5-finger Rocky Maivia, right? Anyway, Command Unit here for 2. Thank you, buddy. Says Cavill is now free for the 40K cinematic universe. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing with that Command Unit. What character would Henry want to play? And isn't he a bit still too young to play that particular character? Because I mentioned that earlier tonight. So this shit is it's crazy. Yeah, Ralph Stubble-Tits here says that Young Rock is for all the wrestling marks, which is true.
Oh,
so, okay.
Shit. Wait, hold on, real quick. Do you think this means Rock could come back for Fast and Furious now?
Yeah.
He's got options.
I think he's gonna need a win. Because what do they? No, I think he's gonna need a win. And it's an easy win to call up Vin Diesel and to settle the beef.
It's goodwill for the fans too.
It's very I need to settle beef because I put all my money on Black Adam. It didn't work out. Please help me back.
Yeah, basically, it's just and Vin right now is just because there was that thing last week with the one WNBA star being traded for the Merchant of Death arms dealer.
The worst trade in history.
The worst trade in US. I mean, but it makes sense. It's the WNBA.
And now he's running for some political office, and people are like, "Oh yeah, he could surpass Putin." I'm like, bro, what?
He's been out of the game for over a decade. It's all smoke and mirrors at this point on that front. But what I mean by that is Vin Diesel was on Twitter or was on Instagram tweeting out or posting free Brittany Grenier. So then when it happened, a lot of people were going yeah, give Vin Diesel some credit, And so he's probably like, yeah, I got Brittany Grenier released. I can bring back The Rock. Like,
God.
waiting
Oh
to
my
see if
God.
we waiting to see if that happens.
I think it's Griner. I don't know if it's Grenier.
Griner? Yeah, it's probably Griner. I probably said that wrong. Anyway, Enterprising here says he's going to do another Jumanji film. Most likely. That's got to be like fast tracked at this point. Sony's like, we need money. We need money. But if anyone here, because I know we got 236 people in here right now. Did you guys see the meme I posted at the beginning? I know RJ and Jimbo did, but a lot of you guys didn't. Go back to the beginning of the video and check out the meme that I played. If you guys want to laugh at the hierarchy of power changing.
Yeah. Hit
Anyway,
the like button, okay?
Hit the like.
If you don't hit the like button, The Rock will cry even more. You don't want him crying.
Yeah, I don't.
Because I mean, isn't like The Rock's tears made of Terramana? Or sorry, Terramana's made of The Rock's tears.
I mean, generally, I don't know. I haven't tried the tequila, but I was looking around on Reddit today, and I saw a lot of people talking about this, and they were going like, "Man, fucking like The Rock sucks. All of his movies are the same. He's generic, and his energy drink blows dick." I'm like, it's so easy how the internet will turn on you in a heartbeat. But all right, here, let's take a look at the article because the people are savage on the internet, very savage. So this is what the Hollywood Reporter is saying, and then James Gunn himself is not denying any of this. So it says James Gunn writing Superman movie. The project will focus on the hero in his younger days and will star an actor other than Henry Cavill, which is I don't like that. That still doesn't sound great. Anyway, James Gunn is making his first big move at DC and will pen a Superman movie. The project will focus on the younger years of the hero, and thus he will be played by a new actor rather than Superman veteran Henry Cavill. Gunn and his DC Studios co-chair and co-CEO Peter Safran recently met with Cavill to share the news and to discuss their ideas for potentially collaborating in the future on something else, perhaps in a different role. At this stage, Gunn is merely writing the script, though he could potentially direct depending on where his services are needed at DC Studios, according to insiders. I mean, if he tackles...
I can see it, though. I can see it.
We kind of talked about this recently as well, with the potentiality of him directing a Superman. But man,
if he's already writing it,
yeah, if he's writing it, yeah.
I just remembered Toby Emmerich or Hamada was whispering in Safran's
they really
ear.
wanted him to direct Superman.
Yeah, they're like, James Gunn's Superman.
And it's like, nah, I want to do something else first.
Yeah. Wow. Full
circle. Well,
moment.
you know what that is? He took over the company first. That's what happened.
He's like, I'm not making a Superman movie under you guys. Let me ask you this, though, because this has been a conversation I've seen floating on Twitter before we jump into the rest of the article. Do you guys think James Gunn's a good fit with Superman?
No, I don't.
I think he's going to get someone else to direct it.
I'm not talking about his director. I'm talking about writing the movie.
Oh, writing? Yeah. 100%. Because he'll look at it from the underdog perspective, which I think is during the early.
Do you like the idea of them going back to the younger days where he's more the reporter and kind of focusing on the early days Superman?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because I think as audiences, look, in order Superman, I'm gonna catch shit for saying this. I'm gonna catch shit for saying this. I'm gonna catch it for saying this. Superman in our modern world is largely unrelatable. Clark Kent, on the other hand, very relatable. The two can intermix with one another and they both can benefit and amplify one another, but they have to work together. The biggest problem that Man of Steel and BVS faced was that there wasn't enough Clark Kent. I do like the fact that in BVS, we got a bit of Clark traveling over across the bay from Metropolis to Gotham to do the boots on the ground work, to do the investigation, stuff that was largely cut out of the theatrical, in order to put together using his intelligence to figure out what maybe was going on, right? Starting to put the pieces together somewhat. I enjoyed that, but we need more of that. I think in order to make Superman relatable, you have to make Clark Kent relatable. And that is something, again, like when I point back to one of my favorite scene in BVS was when he calls his mom, because he doesn't know what to do. That's a very relatable scene. That was Clark calling his mother. That wasn't Superman going like, Bob, I need your help. That was Clark, vulnerable, emotional, needy at that point in a positive way. That's what I'm talking about. So Superman, as you know, people say he's a beacon of hope. Fuck that bullshit. He's an indestructible entity, good, bad, or the other. That's what he is. But we relate to the Clark Kent story. That's what we need to focus more on.
I don't disagree with that. I've always said that they should really highlight the Clark Kent idea, like him being an immigrant, especially. I feel like that could be very relatable to a lot of people.
Yes, I think that'd be interesting. But him being an immigrant, I don't. Okay, this is gonna sound.
Well, he kind of immigrant style story. They've talked about that before, where he's like meant to be an allegory for like Jewish people coming to America.
Yeah, but I think it's like it's kind of weird when like if it's an allegory for Jewish people coming to America, but when Mom and Pa Kent are like good, Midwest Catholics, right? Doesn't make a lot of sense.
But that's because the creators were very proud to be Americans, though. They were proud.
Sure, but I mean,
at
the same time, it's like if you grew up in the Midwest, an average Midwest upbringing, you like it's kind of you could. I mean, maybe they could make an argument for the whole dreamer thing, right? But largely, it's like dreamers have the problem or the fear of being deported. You're not going to deport Superman. I feel like that particular angle is exceptionally tone deaf in modern culture. Because it's not like the same, we're going to pass through Ellis Island. They're going to, take our name, give us a piece of paper, send us on our merry way. It's an entirely different conversation now about like.
Who do you guys think will be the villain? It's going to be very, very, like, I think it's going to be like Toyman or something like that.
Superman fanboy Angry Joe would disagree with you. I don't care. but Rationaler says, but Angry Joe agrees.
So
with
which
you.
is he agree or disagree?
We'll find out. So there's that. But thank you very much, guys. I'm just saying it's very. David here says I would say bring back Boy Scout Superman. Boring. That's to me. Boring.
I think you'll kind of see elements of. I don't know what they're gonna do with it. I don't know. We'll find out. We're gonna find out in January. James Gunn said so. So
yeah,
dude, that's
I guarantee
gonna
they'll catch up
huge
with the tone
day.
of it.
I know. Whenever that is.
I hope the tone's not like because when everyone was talking shit about James Gunn like getting it's like it's gonna be super jokey, all this it's gonna be just a bunch of fucking nonsense. Yeah, like I mean, like what about the Gardens? It's not like it's serious. It's not like all jokey.
It's got a lot of comedy. There's some serious.
Yeah, but like I
stuff
don't
in the
think they're
Guardians.
gonna.
I mean, dude, the first Guardians movie opens up on a woman dying of cancer. Like
and
like
the second one opens up at a brothel.
Yeah.
So
with
it's
some
like
badass cyberpunk music. Never forget.
So I mean, look, I think James Gunn writing it will be well. I don't quite know what exactly he's gonna, what may happen. I don't quite know. But either way, it will be interesting. But here, let's get.
Yeah, I was gonna say we might have an idea of who's gonna direct it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, maybe, yeah. All right. So he says here that Peter and I have a DC slate ready to go, which we couldn't be more over the moon about. We'll be able to share some exciting information about our first projects at the beginning of the new year. Among those on the slate is Superman. In the initial stages, our story will be focusing on the earlier part of Superman's life, so the character will not be played by Henry Cavill. But we just had a great meeting with Henry, and we're big fans, and we talked about a number of exciting possibilities to work together in the future.
Classy thing to say again. Again, classy statement to say, hey, we're not continuing, but you know what? Maybe he could be something else later,
Yeah. And then he says here, then they say, though the Superman will be on the younger side, he won't be living in Smallville, but rather will be a Daily Planet reporter.
Just like you said, Matt, probably focus on the reporter side.
That's the best angle in my opinion. The news may be a surprise to fans who expect the Cavill to return to Superman in the near future. Cavill appeared in a post-credit scene in Black Adam, which we know. And the Monday after the film opened, he posted a message on Instagram announcing he was back. According to sources, that Instagram message was sanctioned by Warner Bros. Before Gunn and Safran were hired, thus the change in plans.
Again, that's Zaslav, DeLuca, and Abby's fault because they listened to The Rock and approved of a cameo, knowing damn well they were in the process of hiring a DC head who was going to make sweeping creative changes.
Well, and I think, again, based upon also the financial returns of Black Adam. That's a thing, because notice how The Rock has been way more defensive over Black Adam than any of his other movies. Way more defensive. IGN came out.
I haven't seen him this defensive since Baywatch.
I mean, I don't even.
Remember Baywatch? He was on Twitter a lot saying.
I try to forget Baywatch.
Yeah.
I try to forget that movie.
Go back and look up Dwayne Johnson. He was like roasting people not liking Baywatch, saying this movie was for the fans and all this and that. You know,
for the fans. I mean, don't get me wrong. I grew up watching. I grew up watching Baywatch the show. So there's that. But anyway, I mean, yeah, he's out there like attacking IGN. He's like literally leaking financial speculation sheets to Deadline. He's leaking the Henry Cavill cameo stuff over the summer.
Cooking the books.
There's been talks about, cooking the books and stuff. I mean, there's a lot going on with this. So it's really fascinating, and it doesn't look good for him in the slightest. Now, Cavill, who announced his departure from the Netflix series The Witcher following his return as Superman, reflected on the change in an Instagram post saying, "I will not." Okay, we already read that. Okay, so over his near decade since first playing Superman, Cavill has become a fan favorite actor. Yep, and then since assuming their new roles on November 1st, Gunn and Safran have been taking meetings with other key players in the DC universe. In addition to Cavill, they recently met with Batman actor Ben Affleck to discuss the possibility of him directing for them in the future, according to sources familiar with the conversation. And James Gunn has confirmed that. So he did confirm that on Twitter. So
you can, I mean, the thing is with this article, you can definitely, I mean, this article came out at the same time that James Gunn's tweets thread went out, and it even when the article came out, it had James Gunn tweeted like earlier tonight. So you definitely know that this was a Gunn and Safran telling them what they're going to say. So it's like,
yeah. So yeah, I totally get it, man. All right, I just want to make sure the tweet's up there. Okay, so moving on here. All right, so it says Warner's has also been developing a Black Superman film written by Ta-Nehisi Coates and produced by J.J. Abrams, and Gunn's new movie is said to not have an impact on that project. Why is that still a thing? Why is that still happening?
I don't think it is, and if it is, it's probably an Elseworlds movie for HBO Max or some kind of streaming show or something. I have a very hard time believing it's actually going to happen. I think they just keep throwing it in there, being like, well, it's not officially dead. I'm like convinced it's dead. They don't want to keep messing around alternate universes and take some characters. They want it to be one universe, one storyline. I think it's going to be killed in a couple months. We'll hear about it.
Especially when trying to establish a whole new DC and forgetting and moving on from the past. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that Ta-Nehisi Coates thing has been a bad idea since it was talked about. So, all right. And then still, here we go. The final thing here says, still, Superman has been a long favorite of Gunn's, who has been thinking about this new movie since his early days at DC 4 years ago. Because remember, they offered him Man of Steel, or first. I think NRJ mentioned that, yeah.
Yep.
Or one of you guys had mentioned that. Over the weekend, Gunn marked the anniversary of the 1978 film, sharing the poster and reminiscing about seeing it in theaters in Missouri as a child. Wrote the filmmaker and exec, "I loved it, and it rivaled Star Wars for me, and the score blew my mind." So that's
going to piss off a lot of people who hate Dawn of Superman, hate everything he stands for, and hate that people idolize it so much. But listen, Kevin Feige built the MCU off of the backbone of his love of Superman the movie. He makes everyone rewatch it before they start a new project, because that to him is the epitome of what a superhero movie should be. I'm sorry, but it is. And for people who are going to be like, oh, Richard Donner, Superman, I'm sorry, but that's still what people think of. And going back to that, or harkening back to that, and giving people something that's a modern take on that is not a bad thing. If you believe in creative freedom and taking creative risk, let James Gunn tell the story he wants to. And let's see what he does.
No, I agree. I absolutely agree. I might let him do it, see what's going to happen with that. But I do not feel at this point that
listen, man, I'm excited.
I don't feel it's the way to go, but that's just me.
Listen, dude, I'm excited for a reboot. I really am, because I've been saying
much needed.
Listen, the foundation of the DCU was a mud of shit. It was a mud of shit. Okay, it had so much baggage, so much dumb shit in it. Just start fresh and get everyone on board. Nobody got what they wanted from the old universe. Let's just start new and get everyone on board, get excited. Is that the real Josh? No way.
I don't think it's the real Josh.
If it is, that's pretty funny.
I you know what sucks is I can't tell from my end.
Let me look. Hold on.
So you guys might be able to tell from the
someone do some digging
from the thing. I can't tell if it's actually him. But
you
that would
fight
be a
him
very
on?
Josh tweet. by
No,
the
it's
way.
not. No.
Yeah, but that would be a very Josh tweet or post, just as an FYI. So new King of Controversy says, "Have you heard seen the Angry Joe rant? I haven't, but I do have it queued up.
I mean, listen,
will.
I mean, am I the only one optimistic for this reboot?
No, I'm
I'm hyped.
Look, we have no control over any of it. So
That's
I
what
think
I'm saying. I might as well get on board.
The best course of action is like
about it.
have a plan. We want a plan. They have a plan. Let's go with it. That's great. I think for me, I'm bummed that Cavill is gone. I really wanted to see him get a Man of Steel too. I really wanted to see his potential be reached. But obviously business and just the world and everything failed to reach that. But now we're seeing that the mismanagement from two previous regimes are kind of being shepherded towards a long-term plan by established creatives that understand this game. And, because when it was Tushihara bringing in Zack Snyder could, had never really, he'd done comic book adaptations, but had never really built a universe. And, going a little bit darker and drabber, which is what I liked about the other movies, was not something that resonated with a lot of people. And I get that. And then going into the next regime with Hamada, bringing in Jeff Johns and John Berg, they wanted to then tap into the ethos of what DC is, right? By having one of their best writers, tackle these things.
Yeah, and like I said, my heart goes up to the talent, especially Henry Cavill, because Henry got done dirty because he got screwed over. But again, you have to do what's best for the brand, what's best for the characters. And I think rebooting is the only option they had left at this point. You can't salvage a broken car.
Yeah. H. Bartier says going to have AI write a sequel to the story. Yeah, there you go, buddy. There you go. We'll post that.
It's a Prime.
Is that actually Prime?
It's actually Prime, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You watched
yeah, no, it's true. And I see Wayne T. Carr here as well, but that's definitely not Wayne. So, I just, I think it's funny because I've been kind of saying this stuff forever and I keep getting told I was wrong. And
Prime says that, he figured they were doing a reboot. So
yeah. RJ or Rational here asks, what if the reboot fails?
Then DC goes on ice for maybe forever.
Then DC gets sold along with Warner Brothers to Universal.
I think
and if they try again.
If that's the case, they really need to take a good break. Because I mean,
a decade long break. Like we're talking after Batman and Robin long break.
Yeah.
It's for real. If this DC slate fails, then it's okay, they did everything they tried.
Fail. They know it can't.
Yeah, they have a lot riding on this slate.
Pressure's on.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot riding on a slate considering everything going on. So I'm guessing they really put all their.
I really do.
Yeah, so that's why I'm I have a feeling that it's gonna be a really good slate, and they're putting all their, creative, talents to work here as they should, because they know that basically if this fails, DC's fucked. And, obviously they're going to not have that job.
All right. I'm sorry, Kevin. I'm not that's the only analogy I can think of. It's a broken down car. I mean, what's a better analogy then? Or maybe it's somebody that had a Walking Dead zombie. You can't bring it back to life. It was just dead. I don't know, some kind of analogy. My point being is that the DCU was dead walking. There's no saving it.
Yeah, I get you, RJ. I get you. By the way, guys, I did just link in the chat to the Discord. Join it. We've been slowly growing the ranks over there. There's 230 people watching right now. I normally don't get that many, so I'm gonna pimp out where I can.
It's big night tonight. It's
big night, big huge night.
Everyone streaming this is having huge numbers.
I'm sure.
The people who are very upset, but
I mean, I was bummed. I got
why
the
are
news.
we at 69 likes? We have
because it's 69, dude. I can live with 69 likes. It's a solid.
Okay.
It's a solid number, Jimbo. It's a solid number. But all right, let's take a quick look at what James Gunn himself has said. So this is what he posted earlier today. We already know about this. Peter and I have a slate ready to go, which we couldn't be more than over the moon about.
How do you think they're going to present it, by the way? Do you think they'll just tweet it? Will they live stream it?
I think they would be wise to live stream it.
I think they should do a DC fandom type event and just live stream the announcement of James Gunn presented like Kevin Feige style.
Oh yeah, no, because that's
remember the Disney the Walt Disney companies.
Imagine Disney Investor Day, but the Marvel
Disney
section
Investor Day, but like that.
But with Gunn and Saffron. Oh my god, that would be really cool.
Yeah, but what if they come out and they announce they got Henry for another role? That would be so bad. Guys, you got to admit
Henry
that'd be bad.
Cavill's the new Batman.
No, okay, but like seriously,
No. They announced that Henry Cavill's playing Jor-El in a special cameo role.
No, but like that's kind of like my point. Like it's basically like, am I the only one thinking like Henry Cavill? Like it would be pretty hard to like put Henry Cavill in another role in DC, and like not have everyone be like, oh, damn. Because to me, it's like. It's like who could he play?
That would be bad. That would be bad if
it would be bad because it's like it wouldn't make sense.
Jason Momoa as Lobo's okay.
I mean,
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
I mean, that's
look, because Aquaman is not Superman. Aquaman is not Superman.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Aquaman's made more money than Superman.
That is true.
But in terms of notoriety, in terms of just a grant, like it's not the same exact thing as Superman. And plus, I mean, who is he going to be back as Aquaman?
There's someone named Dr. Tyrone MD asking Sil Abdul right now. Sil, why did we have to get cucked like this?
Oh my god!
Oh, that's.
I just looked up Sil Abdul on Twitter. I'm just like reading the cope, but it's really funny.
Did Skywalker go live crying yet?
I don't think that they have. They'll probably go later. They need to
quiet like a church mouse.
Well, because what can they say? Oh, Mikey verse was right or something. They're gonna. I don't know how they can fucking go. Like it's just.
I'm waiting to see whether or not like Mikey Sutton drops an article saying that Henry Cavill's still Superman. That's what I'm waiting for.
Though, honestly, if he does, that'd be so fucking funny. I don't think he's that dumb. I think
that's like point he knows it's over.
That's like 2 fucking IQ. I know the article he posted today was pretty low IQ, but like damn.
New Geeks is blaming it on Gunn and Safran. It was like, Silly and Mikey, you were right, but it's all Gunn and Safran's fault on why you guys have an L now.
Okay, buddy. Go hug the blanket. Watch Zack Snyder's Justice League all over again. It'll be okay. Also, someone needs to give him more breast milk and his pacifier back.
There we go. Okay, hold on. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news. Feel free to take a snapshot of this and spread it around the internet, because we need to make sure that the proper people get the proper credit for this groundbreaking, oh my god, scoop. I can't believe I was right. I called it. Henry Cavill still Superman in James Gunn's Kingdom Come.
Wait, what?
This is from yesterday.
Snapshot.
This is from 2 days ago.
Snapshot that.
Real?
No, this is from the 13th. It's now the 15th. This is from 2 days ago, but still, it's funny as fuck.
No, it's real. It's real.
Oh my god.
I know what.
Hey, I can type too.
Anyway, so there's stuff out here. All right. Talking about what's this? Am I blocked by this person? I might be blocked by this person. Okay. Somia Zen. Am I blocked? I might be. I'm probably blocked. Yeah, I can't even click on their name. All right, so asking here, is this an origin movie? No, it's not. Met with Ben yesterday because he wants to direct, and we want him to direct. We just have to find the right project. So I think that's the big one right there, right? By the way, guys, that was not a real. I altered the title of the article. And
you bastard!
That wasn't real. That wasn't real. I just.
That person.
All right, everyone. Mass disliked the video.
That person that blocked you, they just asked if it's going to be a movie since it's part of the slate. Yes, it's a movie.
Okay, yeah, okay, good. I'm blocked by like the most random people. It's funny. It's funny how all that works out. So anyway, but just. Oh, come on! I was being way over the top on that one. I would have been like way.
It's not over the top because we could actually see Mikey doing.
Yeah, I know.
That's the thing is, it's so believable.
I should tweet that as a joke and see if people run with it, but nah, I won't do that.
Someone else can totally They would cry even more. They would cry even more if you did that. They'd be like, "It's fucking."
They would just do that. You know you want to just
give in to the temptation.
You want TMZ or another article about me? H Barts for 2. Thank you. Says get Cavill as Batman. I think that'd be great. Dude, I just look. I'll tell you what I want to see. I want to see Henry Cavill back as Napoleon Solo in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. 2, and bring back Arnie Hammer. Okay, because he never actually ate anybody. All right, so there's always a pathway back, redemption and shit.
Make
So-
a
No,
fake
he
James
did.
Gunn
He
tweet.
definitely ate
If you
people.
really want to fuck with people, make a fake James Gunn tweet saying that we'll bring him back in a future iteration as Superman. We're just gonna start off fresh with the young Superman, and then within a film or two, we'll have Henry back. Dude, that'll be. Dude,
I mean, it's
that'd be
entirely
fucking-
possible that could happen, but I mean, it is entirely.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I hope, like, that would be like truly, like, you know, I think that would be like a good thing, and it makes sense. Like, they never said that they're gonna continue, like they'll bring in a new actor and continue with it. Like, I'm saying, like, if they, like, a lot of people like Henry Cavill's Superman, so I would not be surprised if, you know, they do a movie kind of setting up him as like the reporter, and then like maybe in a sequel or something, kind of do a time jump or something, and like same thing with all the characters, like, you know, have like a younger cast for each of the characters, and then I don't know, I'm taking too far of a stretch, but
yeah,
still.
a little bit too far. So okay, so Timothée Chalamet is Superman.
I feel like
No,
I
Tom
could see-
Holland.
I could see. Oh
No.
my god.
Whoever they cast whoever they recast to play these roles, they're probably going to be very unknown actors or very small TV actors
Yeah.
because they want to go back to
Cheap.
basics and they want to go cheap. And unknown talent's bigger than big names.
Zaslav would be like, yes, cheap. Get some Hallmark actors up in here. Get some Lifetime. Get some.
Watch,
some-
it's going to be Austin Butler as Superman.
I've been saying that. I've been saying that.
I mean,
Austin
dude,
Butler would be
because
good
within the
choice.
Warner,
or Austin Butler
within
within
the-
the Batman.
within the
Bro would be
ecosystem-
Elvis Superman.
I can see Austin Butler as
Thank you very
Superman. Him as
much.
Green
Thank you.
Arrow. I
Thank
can
you very
see a lot
much.
of actors. or
I just
characters.
saved the cat from the tree.
No, you guys joke, but I really could see Austin Butler being a part of this. I really could.
I could, yeah, like, I mean, what if they cast Zendaya as Lois Lane?
That
would be funny.
That would be funny.
She's like, well, I'm off Spider-Man right now, but I could totally be a Lois Lane type
I could
character.
I could double tip.
Let's see, small screen. Freddie Strum will be cast as Superman. Hey, small screen. Did you see this? Look. Look.
You should have
Oh
saved
my
the-
god.
You should have changed the date.
No, I should change the date.
Yeah, if you change the date, that would be fucking great. Or change it to the 16th, considering that it is.
No, I've already closed out the window on that one. But I thought that's pretty funny. Matt calls for more redhead erasure. I don't call for redhead erasure. Are you kidding me?
Yes, let's erase everyone.
Hey, I hope Hans is
Like
watching,
Lois
considering he's a ginger.
And Lois Lane, is she a redhead? I thought she had like brown hair.
Lois Lane typically has
Lois
a.
is
No,
a
they
brunette.
made Lois a redhead in the new movies, but she's always been dark hair.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's
because
always
Margot
been a
Kidder
brunette.
didn't have red hair.
Yeah, that was a change Zach made when
Kate
when he
Bosworth
cast-
didn't have red hair.
So if
Yeah, that's
anything,
because they cast
no,
Amy
she's
Adams.
like
Yeah.
a brunette, black hair, but she's brown.
No,
There we go.
No,
There we go.
No, Chris Pratt as the
Chris
voice
Pratt.
of Crypto the Superdog.
It's me, Superman.
I can see that. I can see that happening.
Real quick. I want to say this.
I can see that happening.
Thank God that we're probably gonna get an actually good Lex Luthor instead of that shitty Jesse Eisenberg version.
Dude, he
Fuck
had
Jesse
potential.
Eisenberg.
He had
Nah,
potential. I just didn't.
fuck Jesse Eisenberg's Lex. He was terrible.
Little Yachty, calm down, okay?
Hold on. I just got a message from James from Small Screen. He wants to come on.
That was real, didn't he?
No. He would know that I'm trolling. He would know that I'm trolling on that one there.
Am I gonna
Alright,
get kicked? Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna say.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll send him a link real quick. I like James. So all right, there you go on that one. But all right, yeah. So let's see here. Charlie Heaton from Stranger Things. What is like the pre-coked out version of Nicolas Cage's Superman? Like, look, Charlie Heaton just looks like he's slowly dying from cocaine. That's how I be that. Hey, what's
Wait.
going on, James?
What's the matter with me? What's the trepidation of me coming on?
No, there's no trepidation. I was just trolling. Did you see the Geekosity article?
From the 13th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just having very stupid fun tonight. We're having very stupid fun.
That's fine. I'm trying to think of what date the small screen
James
article.
Gunn as Superman. Oh god.
Article with the future role.
Bradley Cooper, Charlie Sheen as Superman.
There you go.
Oh my god.
Winning.
Hey, where are all the ladies?
He's all got tiger blood. Literally, it's Kryptonian.
Do you think they would
What?
cast the guy who played Vigilante and Peacemaker as Superman?
What? Oh.
Wait, is that the rumor or what?
No, but that was just like that's what's his name? That Freddie
Eric
Roma.
Hodges.
Oh, that's him. Okay, I mean, that would be.
Kinda
Who
looks like
knows?
a
Who knows
cartoon.
what they're gonna do at this point? Who fucking knows what they're gonna do?
Oh my god.
I feel like everything is up in the air. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is just.
Oh, yeah.
It's wild. And what's funny is the reaction that people have. So I wanted to get to the Angry Joe video because he's very animated from what I've been told. But James, you know, you've been around for a while. Like, what's your take on this whole thing? You think it's good for DC, bad for DC?
Well, Small Screen just released a video on it, so you can with my thoughts, so you can go watch it after this.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. But I
So
think
that's a plug.
The Flash. I'm always plugging, man. I'm 90% of the Small Screen propaganda budget. Anyways, I think the Flash is going to be a good excuse with the mechanisms in it to be able to reboot the universe. And I think they saw that and to make it look almost organic and naturally. So I think that's why they're like, okay, well, let's do it now while we have this opening to do it on. So I think, I don't know, I'm looking forward to see what happens. It sucks that Cavill's not going to be back, but it has been a long time besides the cameo in Black Adam.
They should have rebooted years ago, like I said.
Yeah.
General audience has given up on DC. Has been apathetic towards the DCEU for years. It was time for a reboot. They should have rebooted after Justice League. They didn't want to rip that Band-Aid off for reasons I understand, but it was dumb not to at the time. And now we're getting more competent leadership that knows that what's best right now is to just wipe this slate clean, start fresh, and let's go.
Who the fuck took a bong hit?
That was Jimbo.
With
Totally
the
Jimbo.
No, that was me bumping my mic.
with this news, like it is exciting
Sure.
to see like a new iteration of the heroes. you know?
Yeah.
Like, and if they're gonna recast Superman, then maybe they'll keep Pattinson in that universe. Who knows what happens? Or they're gonna just recast everyone.
I think Pattinson's gonna stay in his universe. I just see that happening. It just doesn't make any sense to bring him over because there was the stuff today, right, that they had been talking about bringing Pattinson over.
Yeah, and he debunked that.
Yeah, they debunked that, and I was like, all right, cool. I went on to like a whole bunch of like AI like art generators. I was like looking on one called Midjourney, which is a really like high end one. And I just was trying to get like them to do an AI art image of James Gunn as Batman, and it couldn't do it in a way that I liked it, so I scrapped that one. Then of course I go take a nap this afternoon, and I wake up and it's all like Henry Cavill's out. Like every time I fucking nap, dude, something crazy happens in the afternoon.
Every time we finish recording a podcast, and as soon as I put it up, boom, breaking news happens of what we were discussing.
This is why you got to do daily. This is how
we're just gonna. No, it'll be easier when we do our lives. It'll be like let's just do our live right then and there, which we go back to in January. But recording the podcast, like just instantly, as soon as we hit upload, as soon as I hit upload, boom, then it changes the story. Still a good discussion though. You guys all should go listen to it.
Yeah. So what? Small Screen Live? Is that the
Small
YouTube
Screen
channel?
Podcast? Yeah.
Small
Just go
Screen
to our
Podcast.
Twitter, Small Screen Co.
Okay.
It's got everything.
Again, always coming here to pimp.
Yeah. All right. Thanks,
No.
Matt. Appreciate you.
Listen, did you even like the stream? Since you've been pimping so much, did you even like the stream?
We're at 82 likes. We can get to 100 likes, I think.
Who asked me that?
That
Jimbo.
was Jimbo.
I'm always the one that says make sure we like because there's only Hey Matt, I come on here and
He
like we've
says
only got so
make
many
sure you
likes,
like
but we've got
but
so
does not
many
like.
viewers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true. He does.
So
yeah,
everyone
he
make
upset.
sure to like.
Yeah. All right. We don't. Well. Yeah. All right. Okay. So let's laugh at a 40-year-old man crying about Superman. I think that's a good place to start part of the night. Are you familiar with Angry Joe?
Yeah.
James. Okay, you are. Good. Let's see here. Anthony, real quick, for $2, thank you, says Flash movie should copy Justice League Apocalypse War ending.
It's too late to fix it. It's too late to reshoot the ending. The ending is going to be what it's going to be.
But didn't you hear that it's an unlocked picture, RJ? Sorry.
Listen, nothing's impossible. They could reshoot something really quick, like the Black Adam cameo. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah. I think I don't know what's going to happen with
They're
that.
going to change the cameo in the digital version now when it comes out on HBO Max. They're going to take him out of it.
Maybe let's take it out.
Oh yeah, that's dropping here pretty soon.
No, could you imagine? They just completely wipe it from the streaming version of HBO Max and the digital version.
I wouldn't be surprised. Not one bit would I be surprised. Just given how David Zaslav operates. Like, and you know what? I'll be honest about that. I think they should. I really think they should, because that is just a sour taste reminder. If you think about it, like you watch Black Adam and you're like, all right, yeah, Black Adam. Woo. I mean, James here really likes Black Adam.
I loved it. Yeah, it was
he
great.
Really liked it. Yeah.
I liked the pacing and I liked the action. It was a good summer flick in October.
Yeah. And so are you going to be a little bit bummed out when you just kind of feel like popping it in again and watching it and you get to the end and you're like, oh, there's no more Cavill?
Because I enjoyed the movie, not the cameo. It wasn't the cameo didn't make the movie for me. I mean, the cameo was cool, but yeah,
I get you. We got X Legion for 5 bones. Thank you. Says Calm Susser Todd tumbling down from Evangelion is the new DC theme. I don't know what that is. Does anyone here know what that is?
Yeah, it's the theme from
it's the theme from an anime called Evangelion. It's like the last theme, and like the whole world's falling apart and everything's going to shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you could just say Neon Genesis. Right?
Oh,
like I was like, I know, Evangelion on that particular front, but it's like, I was like, what is it tumbling down from Evangelion? Is that a band? Because that sounds like a Christian band. You know what I mean? It's all like, hi, everybody, we're tumbling down from Evangelion. You might know us from our days at the Church of Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints, rocking your faces off.
All right, I'm approaching like the 22-hour mark of being up and working. I'm gonna go, but thanks for
All right,
letting me pop in and plug, and everyone hit that like button.
All right, go to bed. I my sleep schedule is fucked too, but all right,
Night,
go to
night.
bed, James. Thanks, buddy.
Later, guys.
I'll see you. All right, James is small screen. Everybody, who knows? Maybe
Go check out his stuff.
Check out his stuff. Yeah, I got the Angry Joe video right here. All right, we'll do this a little bit. I don't know if we'll get to the full 20 minutes because Joe tends to ramble, but let's okay. Can someone confirm that he does or does not throw $7 at the camera? No one can confirm that. Okay. I hope if he throws $7 at the camera, I'll show my tits on stream. That's I'll make that proclamation.
Come on, please,
right now.
please. I want to see some nips. I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm overly tired. I worked too long today.
I know, dude. I went to bed at 1 last night, and I woke up at 4, and I was awake until like 1 this afternoon, and I got up again like at 3:30. I'm so tired. I just
finished finals too. Today I just got my results back. I'm like, fuck yeah. So like I'm surprisingly I'm still tired, but I bet bro, finals suck. Finals just suck. That's all I gotta say. I can't wait to have some energy back.
Yeah, I need to get some. Yeah, because I got the holiday. I got to go see Avatar tomorrow, so I got to have some energy.
Dude, I totally that's the thing.
I won't see it until Sunday, so no spoilers, please.
You do realize that is fucking impossible, right, RJ? Like you do
realize
realize
to shut down Twitter.
You're like you really chose the wrong week to get the
Avatar.
Yes. I mean, yeah, I think you can. I think you can. I don't know how much of it you're going to give a fuck about, but I think you can.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not my fault I got a tonsillectomy. I have to wait till Sunday. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
Well, yeah, but we'll see. I mean, I'm just excited to see it.
I'm seeing it Sunday in leather reclining seats in GPX format 3D. It's going to be glorious.
See, I'm
totally
seeing
told
it
my
at
boss
Cinemark
I could work
XD.
tomorrow, but then I forgot I have tickets for Avatar, so I was sorry, I can't.
I have no clue what GPX is, but apparently it's like Grand Premium Experience or what it's called, but it sounds amazing. So,
well, it's like I'm taking what is it? I'm taking my dad to go Cinemark XD, and it's where I saw because like our 3D IMAX here, I don't like it. The seats are uncomfortable. I don't want to sit for 3 fucking hours in an uncomfortable seat, you know? So I'm like, all right, we're driving like 45 minutes north. It's a nice theater. It's literally right on the Puget Sound. Like it's literally right on the Puget Sound. It's crazy. Looking forward to that. And the tickets were super cheap. All right. So shush, JD, shush. All right. There's a video. Okay. Everyone's upset. They want to do, so Jimbo is a female to male. I mean,
I could see it.
I'm not, we don't shame here. Okay. All right. Let's
Because I'm trans doesn't mean shit. Okay.
You're not, shut up, Jimbo.
No, don't let me speak my truth, Jarbo.
Oh,
kick him in the backstage. You got Angry Joe to watch.
Oh my God. Shut the fuck up. All right. Okay. Let's go.
No! Why? Why?
You should have given a head.
Why, God damn it? What the f? Why'd you show me the fucking thing if I can't have it?
To all the single women out there, this man is available.
The fuck would you show me something if I couldn't have it then?
The incredibly bad fucking news has just broke an hour ago. Holy shit. No! 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 Why? Why? Nobody gives a shit about a Superman origin story. Nobody gives a shit. We've already had a young Superman. It's time to see Superman at his best, at their power level. Go up against Mongol. Go up against Lobo. Go up against motherfucking Darkseid. Go up against goddamn fucking galactic level threats. I don't give a shit. I don't want to see motherfucking young ass Superman dealing with goddamn reporting and goddamn learning how to be Superman. I've already seen that a ton of times. You had an amazing actor who embodies the role and you slapped him in the face. You disrespected him over and over. For what? He's done everything that you had. This is
he hasn't actually,
bullshit.
but
Poor Henry, man. Leaves Witcher to focus on Superman because the fucking studio told him that he was going to be Superman again. This is ridiculous. The man is a class act. Look at his Instagram message.
Oh my God, is Joe gonna cry?
That's what I was about to say. Is he gonna fucking cry?
Safran. And it's sad news, everyone. I will, after all, not be returning as Superman.
Oh my God,
After
he
being
is.
told by the studio to announce my return back in October prior to their hire, this news isn't the easiest, but that's life. Look at this man, how humble and amazing he is. Look, the changing of the guard is something that happens. I respect that. James and Peter have a universe to build. I wish them and all involved with the new universe the best of luck and the happiest of fortunes. For those who have been by my side throughout the years, we can mourn for a bit, but then we must remember, Superman is still around. Everything he stands for still exists, and the examples he sets for us are still there. This motherfucker is Superman, man. What? My turn to wear the cape has passed, but what Superman stands for never will. It's been a fun ride with you all, upwards and onwards. That's my fucking Superman. The studios must not like money. Why do you not want my money? What a class act. What a class act, Henry. What a fucking professional. I cannot believe he's handling this news. I mean, I would handle the news like I'm handling it now, but Henry's a professional. I'll get mad for you, Henry. What the fuck, Dad? Why'd you have me put the suit back on? I've been working my fucking ass off. I left the fucking Witcher, and now I'm not gonna be Superman? What is wrong with you? Nobody wants to see a goddamn young Superman. Nobody. We've seen it already a bunch of times. What are we doing? Earth-based Superman. It's time to go to space. It's time to fucking face big threats.
Did you guys catch that? I added the music.
I totally thought that was a video. Holy shit!
Day the Daily Planet. Is that what we're doing? Am I dealing with goddamn? I don't want a origin story, but you know what? Oh, Joe, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. He says it will not be an origin story. The reboot will focus on a young Clark Kent in his early days as a reporter in Metropolis. This motherfucker. Who the fuck do you think you are?
The co-head of
Yes,
DC.
you made Guardians of the Galaxy. Yes, it made a bunch of money. But you also made some fucking movies that didn't fucking make anything money. That didn't make much money. Suicide Squad was a box office flop. And you're going to change the entire DCU. You're going to go back to young Superman. I don't know if it's going to work. Look, I'm happy that Superman is a priority for him. I'm happy that James is like, I want to take personal charge. I want to write it. I don't know who's going to play Superman, but it's not Henry. Why can't it be Henry? Why? It's not going to be Henry. Why do you have to do an origin story? If you're such a good fucking writer, then write where he is now with all the rest of the DC characters. What about Shazam? The motherfucker is friends with Safran, Zachary Levi. He's like, well, we're not going to be friends anymore. He made that joke at a fucking convention.
Safran and James Gunn, and I'm sure most of you guys know who James Gunn is because he's made all kinds of incredible movies and television shows like Guardians of the Galaxy and Suicide Squad and stuff. So he's one of my bosses now, which is dope. Also, he's a friend of mine, so that makes it even cooler. And then Peter Safran, who is his partner,
that is a good point, actually.
He produces the movies.
Yeah.
So your question is, if those are my two bosses, is there a plan and a future for Shazam? I would say, yeah, I would hope so. I would hope so, because those are my friends. And if they don't have a plan, then they are not my friends anymore.
Yeah, no, sorry, Zach. I think you're done too.
Then they are not my friends anymore.
Where's Shazam gonna go? Where is Black Adam? Dwayne Johnson is gonna go. Are you just rebooting the whole fucking thing? Are you fucking? Are
Zachary
you
Levi
fucking
as Beast Boy?
But what about Wonder Woman? What about the $1 billion franchise of Wonder Woman? What about the $1 billion franchise of Aquaman? You're just going to cut those guys off because you cut Superman off, you cut Henry Cavill off, so that universe is gone. That universe is done. If you make another fucking film with Jason Momoa as Aquaman or Wonder Woman as Gal Gadot, you're a fucking hypocrite. You're a fucking liar. Pure fucking hubris.
Sheer fucking hubris.
So you have to restart everything. Luckily, you can't touch Batman. Matt Reeves is Batman. They won't let you touch Batman. But this, James, bro, please don't do this, James. You're already doing it. James, pure fucking hubris. I get it. You want to write about Superman. Didn't you say that you didn't want to do a Superman movie? I thought I recalled you saying you didn't want to do a fucking Superman movie. Now you want to do a fucking Superman movie yourself. You want to write it yourself, and you want to make him young. Peter, here he is on Twitter. Peter and I have a DC slate ready to go, which couldn't be more over the moon about. We'll be able to share some exciting news after our first projects at the beginning of the new year. I'm sorry, I'm upset. Among those slates is Superman. In the initial stages, our story will be focused on an earlier part of Superman's life, so the character will not be played by Henry Cavill. This is amazing, guys. Just fucking see somebody come out like out in the open. But we just had a great meeting with Henry. We're big fans. We talked about a number of exciting possibilities to work together in the future. What are you gonna do? You gonna fucking cameo him? Are you gonna use him in a multiverse capacity? That's the only thing that I can think of. So the motherfucking scene that he filmed for motherfucking Flash will definitely be removed now. He filmed a scene for Flash because he was removed from that film before. Then they filmed the scene to put him back. Now your ass is gonna take his ass back out. So he's not gonna be in fucking Flash. I swear to God, if fucking Flash comes out and he's not fucking in there with the scene intact, fuck Flash and fuck you.
Wow.
I can't believe this shit. Being a part of
Tears. Okay. So listen. I saw the comment from McLeod about like don't dog on him too much. He's emotional.
I
he's
understand
upset.
he's emotional, but holy shit.
But look, it's Joe is not the brightest individual out there, and he's not like his entire shtick is let me get mad on the internet, and that's fine. But it's like things have changed. It's like why isn't he upset at like The Rock for overpromising and underdelivering? Why isn't he upset at Pam Abdi, Mike DeLuca for saying, hey, listen, why don't you go out there and tell everyone you're coming back? That was like, but wasn't I saying at the time though, and that the whole Cavill thing was like a last ditch effort to try to push the movie and just didn't work, which is unfortunate, So it's like everyone had their hand in this. Henry Cavill agreed to doing this. Henry Cavill thought he was coming back, and now what if he's Pa Kent, man?
No,
Fuck.
man.
What if he's Pa Kent?
Jarrell.
No, that would just be too fucking much.
But Pa Kent wouldn't?
Pa Kent would be, it would be, it'd be a Kent. If they offer him Pa Kent, fucking, that's like, that's pretty bad. The copium is hitting hard. Yeah, Meta, you're right.
It'd probably be a villain or something.
The copium. He doesn't, he was a good villain in Fallout, Mission Impossible Fallout. So, there's that.
He looked like a villain on the red carpet, on blue carpet of Avatar.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the beard, yeah.
The beard.
Zod is currently tweeting saying they're going to make every DC movie like Romeo and Juliet.
And? That's awesome. Just okay. Rational says keep better, but there was a crap. I saw it. Where'd it go? There we go. $10 here from Command Unit. Thank you, buddy. Says I believe Cavill still wants to play Constantine Valdor, the Captain General of the Custodes, the Emperor's personal guard in the 40K cinematic universe. He is loyal, cold, calculated, but not ruthless. We know he's got a love for Warhammer. And I think at this point, if Games Workshop is just like, hey, bro, we want to do a movie and you're kind of unemployed and let's make this happen. Like with Dungeons and Dragons getting ready to come out in a couple months, having a Warhammer thing on the horizon could actually be okay. If done right, if done well, So maybe they'll find a way to make it work. Maybe they'll blow out the studio system and they'll make it on their own. They'll do it on their own. They'll independently finance the movie using Henry Cavill as clout. It will kind of be like a My Son Hunter situation, but good. There we go. Eli here says Game Workshop needs to get their shit together. Yeah, no, I completely agree. I'm just saying. There's that one. All right, let's keep going with this. Jeez.
While we don't know. So he's been writing this shit for a while. Your ass knew that you were going to get rid of Henry because you've been writing this fucking young Superman shit for a while. I don't want an origin movie. Please tell me this isn't an origin movie. James Gunn says, no way. Oh, well, thank God. Thank you at least for that, James. But if it's a young Superman, there's no doubt in my mind that your character arc is going to be him learning, him being young, him being inexperienced. We've already had that. You're doing an origin story without doing the origin. No, I don't think that's going to be interesting to mass audiences. You can prove me wrong, and if it's an amazing movie,
The Batman.
I will sing its praises from the tops of the mountaintops because I love the Superman character. But I cannot hold my tongue here and say I think that this is a mistake. I believe this to be a mistake. Now, if you could prove me wrong, if you can hit the box off, what if this movie comes out, Young Superman, and it is a box office disaster?
Sorry, I hate to pause it, but look behind his head on the pillow of the chair. I can't tell if that's spittle or cum.
It's spit, because he spits a lot when he talks.
I mean, but behind his head,
Spitters are quitters.
I'm just saying that is some insane reach.
He also has his two co-hosts who sit behind him, so it could be their spit.
Okay,
Oh,
but can we just?
it could-
Didn't he throw money? Didn't he throw money?
I didn't see him throw money, so I didn't see him throw
The
money.
box
Shut up.
office bomb. It makes even less than Black Adam made. What then, James Gunn? What then? Are you going to come crawling back to Henry? At that fucking point, Henry is going to be like, get the fuck out of here! I'm so sick and tired of your fucking bullshit. Yeah, I'm in, I'm out, I'm in and out. He's not going to come back as Superman. I don't know, man. I don't know how he is, but I think I'd be like, fuck you guys. That's fucking it. When I will be respectful on Instagram, but fuck you guys. Seriously. I don't think Henry's ever going to be back. Oh, we're talking about other roles. What are you going to do? What are you going to be on Wonder Man? You want to make him Wonder Man in Marvel? You going to make some Marvel films? No, you're going to fucking do DC. It's going to be fucking Plastic Man. Fuck. James, I'm really mad at you right now. So I'm getting all this angry round out of my fucking
Wait,
Matt.
System.
I cannot believe
people
you guys
are saying
are
that. Go back to the very, very, very start of the video because he does throw some at the camera.
I said $7. $7 has to be 7, not 6.
They
not
said
8.
it was 8. They said it was 8.
back
They
to the
said it
very
was
beginning.
8. They said it was 8.
It was $8. I said 7. So you know
Go
what?
back,
We're
let's
not.
see it, let's see it.
We're not going. No, because we're 12
Wow.
minutes into this thing. I want to get this done. I
No,
gotta get
just
the
go back
back.
to the very
No,
beginning.
I'll go. I will go back
At the end.
I will go back at the end.
Okay.
Fucking serious. Oh, but Joel, these guys have been responsible for some of the most well-reviewed superhero movies of the last decade. Fine. His superhero film may be good, and his Superman film may be good. Because why? Because he's talented? Because he's a good writer? If he's those things, then he can do the same thing for Henry. He can actually give Henry a fucking chance, a second chance. If his film's going to be good anyway because he's good and he's talented, he could do it with Henry. It's ridiculous, man. I get it's just what it is we need Superman. We need a younger actor that we can use through fucking 9 films, right? I guess. And I guess they're thinking Henry's too old, even though there's so much more fucking potential in an older Superman than there is in a younger Superman. Hello? We've already done the goddamn young Superman. We've already done the goddamn Daily Planet. We've already done the goddamn reporting. Nobody gives a shit about reporters anymore. Nobody gives a shit about any of that anymore. Okay? It's time to take it. We could go to Kingdom Come. We could fucking go fucking Galactic. We can go fucking Mongol. There's so many fucking Brainiac. Start doing. We don't even have to be on fucking Earth. Imagine that shit. Imagine going crazy, James. You know how to do that shit. That's why I was so excited when you took over. And I thought that you were going to make a sequel that would blow our fucking minds with Henry and have an experienced Superman fucking out there and do galactic shit and on fucking different planets. But now we're going to stay on Earth so we can have some cheap fucking sets. And I can't believe it.
Believe it,
You
Joe.
have alienated the entire fucking fan base. You had a goddamn golden goose egg ready to go. This man will fucking sacrifice his body and his fucking career for you, and you slapped him in the face. I'm sorry, Henry, man. I'm sorry for these fucking suits, these pure fucking hubris. It sucks. God damn, man. I'm so fucking mad right now. I love the Superman character, and I want to see something new and fresh. I want to see the next Superman. I don't want to go backwards. I'm tired of going backwards. And this has to confirm a complete reboot of the DCU because it all starts with Superman. So they're just like, so those reports were true. Those reports are true. We're done with Jason Momoa. We're done with fucking Gal Gadot version of these things. They're going to get their last films. They're going to move forward. You motherfucking Zaslav or whatever, who the fuck is in charge of WB at this point who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, I'm gonna fucking laugh when James Gunn's films start to come out and they make shit for money. I'm gonna fucking laugh in your face because you had it. You fucking had it on the platter. Said, James, look, we hired you. We are supplying the money. Here is what we want you to do. We want you to retain these good actors because the audience loves them. They are used to them. They want to see them in good films instead of mediocre and bad films. But James wants to come in and say, look at how good of a motherfucking writer I am. And I'm going to
Is he just repeating himself now? He's just repeating himself now.
Oh, for sure,
Henry
yeah.
Cavill.
He's just
no matter
repeating
how
himself.
good that film is going to be, I will always wonder what amazing content we would have got with Henry. I know, Mittens. I know. Mittens is upset that I'm yelling.
I love Mittens. Mittens is the goat.
Mittens is upset that Daddy's yelling. I know, Mittens. You're the only woman in my life.
Well, Superman, Black Adam, I guess, is over. I guess.
He's gonna.
What fucking horrible news.
Dude, Joe, just go play with your pussy and calm down.
And I just had to throw on the camera and give you my thoughts. Look, do I think James Gunn, it could have potentially be a good film with this new Superman and a young Superman? Yes, but it's not something I want to see. Does he have the capability to write something good? Yes. But that means he has the capability to write something good with fucking Henry. And going forward with what we've built. Taking what's good and moving forward. But his pure fucking hubris. James Gunn is fucking it up and saying, no,
hubris.
I don't want to play with none of your toys. I want to bring my own
I want to play with none of your
No,
toes.
I don't want to play with nothing that you have made. I want to just bring my own stuff, and I don't care. And you'll like it. And I get, man, this is a bold fucking strategy, Cotton. A bold fucking strategy. Throwing everything out except for the Batman, which they won't let you touch. And seeing what sticks, man. The only way that you could get me happy again, James, is if, and clearly this isn't the case, is if you were looking at the far future and you were like saying, Henry, here's the other roles I have. I want to do this film. I've been wanting to do this Superman film forever, which is a lie because I know that you didn't even want to work on a Superman film. I'm going to look that fucking up. But, you know, let's do a Kingdom Come, in 10 years or some, some far away thing. That would be fucking cool.
Yeah. So you can tell he had his like, I'm mad, and then he's like, and then he's
mad,
like, okay.
I'm hubris.
Now he's like,
Hubris.
I feel better. Like I'm feeling better. Mike Bukowski asking, who is Matt Jarbo? Seriously, LOL. I'm not kidding. Well, I'm he. And I'm the rock governor of San Diego.
No.
Yeah, actually, that's true. When I remember
I'm
that was
Matt Jarbo.
Oh God, fuck you. Oh, so real quick. I did go back. By the way, I wanted. People were like, "Oh, look, he threw money." He didn't throw money. He threw a receipt or a paper towel or a piece of paper. That is not green.
Or
that
a
is
cum
not.
rag.
It's a cum. I'm gonna. You know what? I was gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. It's not fucking money, guys, but it was close. It was close, but no cigar.
We just want to see some Jarbo nips, okay?
I know, but we didn't get it. We didn't get it. But Shogun here with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Shogun. Says, talk about effing first world problems, man.
Right?
I mean, like, look, I get it. I don't want to be too fucking mean about it, but yeah, I get it. It's just, it is first world problems, flat out. Very much. The idea there is that, yeah, you don't get the character you want. You're not getting the character, you're not getting what you want. And I get that. It's frustrating. It's upsetting because, we've waited for years for more of this, right? We've waited for years for this stuff to come on out. And with it not happening, it's shit. It's just a lot of shit. Unfortunately, you know what? This is just business. This is the way stuff, it kind of sorts itself out. So I think we just need to kind of remember that and realize that it's not over. It's eventually going to move on. We'll probably be better off for it. But this is just the part where it hurts, right? This is just the part where it hurts. And that's why really, guys, if you are having yourself just a bad time, you got to remember, just stop for a moment. And I want you to think back to a specific movie, okay? A little movie you might have seen a while ago. A movie that had a big impact on the world, maybe your world. About a group of friends coming together to save the day. That movie is Shrek. Do you remember in Shrek when this song played? Right? It was all about like Shrek longing for Fiona and Fiona longing for Shrek. And they eventually found each other again. And that might be what happens here. Maybe we're going to get Henry Cavill to come back. Maybe one day he will return in Kingdom Come. Maybe one day they'll make it work out. But for right now, we just have to be happy. Don't cry that it's over. Smile because it happened. And do you know who said that quote, RJ? Do you know who said that quote? Hitler. I'm kidding. He didn't. I saw a meme. I saw a meme once that said that. That said that. Kanye West probably would believe it. I could probably tweet that at Kanye and he'd believe it. But anyway.
Wow. That took a turn.
Just can't keep it together. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Fucking the goddamn music. Dude, I fucking spit out my drink when you started playing it over the video because I thought it was a video. Fucking hell. Oh shit.
Fuck. Remember friends. You don't get this kind of experience anywhere else on YouTube. So yes, be sure to smack the like. We are currently at 99 likes. Can we get to 100 likes? Can we do it, guys? We got one more to go. 222 of you guys in here.
Max
Totally should do it.
Max will do it. Sorry, Matt will do it at 100 likes.
I'm not showing nips at 100 likes. But it is almost midnight. I do have to get to bed. The kids still have school in the morning. So we are going to watch this last little thing here from Arma 3. This is brought to us by our sponsor, Command Unit.
Command Unit.
And no. Before we do that, I want to read something. This was sent to me by HBarts because HBarts has been a big supporter of the community. And, he wrote a story using artificial intelligence, but he wrote a story about me and Kevin Smith having our first encounter together. And he asked me to read it to you all on stream. This is H Parts, good guy here. We just kind of find his super chat where he mentioned that. Okay, here we go. H Parts, Matt, did you show the AI story? So here's the AI story. Matt Jarbo and Kevin Smith were both passionate film lovers, but their love for the medium often put them at odds. Both men were fiercely opinionated and often found themselves in heated debates about their favorite films, directors, and actors. One day, Matt and Kevin met at a film festival and immediately began arguing about the merits of a particular film. The conversation escalated quickly, and soon the two men were yelling at each other, each trying to prove that they were the true film lover. Their argument continued to grow more intense, and eventually Matt and Kevin decided to settle the matter once and for all. They agreed to a fight to the death, and with the winner being declared the true film lover. The battle was intense, with both men throwing punches and kicks, each trying to prove their love for film. Matt, with his quick reflexes and knowledge of martial arts, was able to land several blows on Kevin, who was struggling to keep up. But Kevin was determined to win, and he fought with a deadly ferocity that was unmatched. He managed to land a devastating blow to Matt's stomach, knocking the wind out of him. Matt stumbled backwards, and Kevin seized the opportunity to deliver the final blow, knocking Matt to the ground. The battle was over, and Kevin declared the winner, as he stood over Matt's unconscious body, triumphant and proud. But in that moment, Kevin realized that his love for film had driven him to do something terrible, and he was filled with remorse. He vowed to never let his passion for film consume him again, And always remember that the love for the medium should never be used as a weapon. Finn.
Absolutely beautiful. Round of applause. Come on.
No angry sex happened in that one there, by the way. Guys. No angry sex.
I predicted that there would be some little romance, like, the fighting would turn into some love.
So there you go.
And then some love making, but I was wrong.
So H-Part sent me that this morning at like 6 a.m. I thought that was pretty funny. So anyway, I thought that was pretty good. That Spherical Mania says that's the best the AI could do. I don't know necessarily. AI works really better with the prompt. So I don't know what exactly his prompt of it was. Probably Kevin Smith and Matt Jarbo fight to the death over movies or something was probably what it is. So thank you for that, Ash. Yeah, I saw the video. I'm not going to bring it up because I guess I kind of get it. Maybe for a couple seconds we'll check it out, but it's really not like, I don't know. It's kind of off topic, to be fair. But all right, let us go into doing this real quick. This is again sponsored by Command Unit. Arma 3 Laws of War DLC reveal trailer. All right, let's see what this is.
War never changes.
Whoa, yeah.
We don't live in a world without conflict. We're not here to stop it. But we do have responsibilities. War does have rules. That's why we're here. Look, in a firefight, things aren't easy. You can't just stop, kindly ask if someone's going to blow your head off. You need to make split-second decisions. But there's a legal, a moral responsibility to ID your targets. Rule 1. Only engage combatants.
No. It's a video game. Everyone's going to die.
On the battlefield, there's a lot of moving parts. Yes, technology's advanced greatly. Combined arms forces can communicate effectively. But the situation can change, sometimes unexpectedly. Rule 2. Avoid civilian casualties.
You see me play Wildlands?
They could have the upper hand. To defeat them, you may have to take calculated risks. Yet, even in a conflict, even when the situation is desperate, some things remain under the protection of the laws of war. Rule 3. Respect protective symbols.
What?
Opportunities. In war, they can be few and far between. A high-value target can appear, and you may need to take direct action. But there's a balance, a calculation, a cost. Destruction must be proportional to what your mission requires. Rule 4. Limit collateral damage. Simple, right? Look, we know, on the ground, the situation can be complicated. We're not telling you to lay down your weapons. We just ask you to remember. Actions have consequences.
Yeah, RJ.
All right. Actions have
When the
consequences.
fuck did Sagi come in?
She literally popped in at the end. It's
What
like
a
great.
loser.
What? Action has
Saggy.
consequences. That's exactly what RJ's grandparents told their parents before he was born.
What? I mean, that's funny because RJ, because of what Jerry said to RJ on Twitter. That's funny.
What'd I miss?
We're at the end of the show.
Literally
It's over.
everything. Yeah.
The show's over.
Yeah.
Go home, Sagi. Go home.
Oh, wait,
Go home, you. Go home, you drunk.
Wait, I just came to do one thing. About this whole Henry Cavill Snyder Cut stuff.
Yeah.
Listen, they're not recasting the Joker just yet. Calm down.
The Snyder verse is over. It is over. It is over. We told you, motherfuckers. It's over. What happened?
Well, this is
Don't
from
do
Ash
drugs,
Eternal.
kid.
She said that Chris the Bipolar Jedi stole a Domino's car. This was the video, real quick. That's on silent because you didn't
Wait, he
hear it.
stole a Domino's car?
No, just watch. This
Just gotta
happened in
watch and
2019.
see.
Yeah, this dude rolls up. Look at this guy. You see him right there, just kind of chilling. I'm pretty sure that's him. decides to like just come on, steal the car, buddy.
Steal it. Buddy.
This is actually a fear of mine from like doing the deliveries like I do.
Look a little bit more like you. When you're
yeah.
older. When you're older.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
This is fucked. This is
yeah. It looks more like you. There you go. It's
Yeah.
okay, buddy. It's okay. Nothing to be
What?
ashamed of, man. Nothing to be ashamed of.
Did he just get triggered that like he looks like an attractive man who just happened to be a freaking car thief?
No, I'm just fucking playing. I don't care.
The guy's pretty fucked up though. I mean, like, meth and stuff.
I mean,
Saggy.
listen.
I will aspire. I have great goals in life.
Saggy's
Fuck
like, I don't
college,
give a
fuck
shit if you
everything.
high on meth, but you got
Fuck
that
everything.
dick.
I aspire to look like this man and steal dominoes.
Jimbo,
Hey,
do you understand how white you are? Like you are sitting in the dark, sir, and all I can see is
Fuck off. She's not wrong.
I thought RJ was
she's-
white. Damn.
I mean, yeah, RJ's pretty white passing.
Yeah, but like Jimbo's just like white.
I have fucking lights on my face. What the fuck do you want?
That just makes the whiteness worse.
I'm
You're just,
fucking
like-
white. What do you want?
You just glow in the dark.
See, look at this. This woman is being racist to me because I'm white. You see this
Wow.
shit? See this
Listen,
shit?
I was accused.
You
Listen,
see this shit?
first of all, I was accused of being
Fucking
called
absolutely
of being
racist.
Jimbo, I was accused of being a white worshipping whore. So therefore, I love white people.
I mean,
I don't know about
she
that
has
one.
been accused of that.
I legit been accused of that.
She also was accused. She was accused yesterday of only of going after a person only because like she wants to gain favor from me. So that was kind of weird. So
I had the favor before. I'm just saying.
that's why she hears that. So she goes like, "Oh, here's how I'm going to prove it. I'm going to call Matt on the phone while I'm live," which is what she did.
Yeah, I did. I called you and said, "Hey, I'm trying to get your favor, but I also got your phone number first." So
Yeah, and then I instantly made her stream better and even made her a fair amount of money in super chats. So where's my
Which I
cut?
thank you. What do you mean? Where's my clout? I'm apparently clout chasing you. So where's my clout? I want that. I haven't got a
Your
single
clout, your clout is the 100 people watching you live stream when you talk about Andy Signor.
Yeah, the 100 people that are watching your live stream that don't watch mine because I'm a clout chaser, but y'all don't watch me.
That's true.
I don't blame you. Don't watch me. My content's awful.
All right, everybody. On that note, I do got to get to bed, but it's been a very fun show. Holy shit. What a day, guys. What a day. It's over for the Snyderverse. I think we can finally call that, right?
Wait, we can do the song. Do 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 do. Is it
What
old
song?
music?
What song is that?
You don't know that
The coffin dance song.
The coffin dance. Are you serious?
Oh, do 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 do.
Okay, so literally what we just did.
No, but like you guys have no rhythm, right? You have no
They did
rhythm.
it
Saggy
right.
sounds like
You
she's
did it
trying to
wrong.
like
Saggy and Jimbo did it
tune
right.
out SOS or something.
This
No,
coming
they
from
did
the
it
guy
right.
that butchers
You did it wrong.
karaoke when you used to do karaoke at the end of the stream.
Hey, listen. I may not be able to carry a tone, but I can drop a sick fucking beat. All right, what's your problem?
All right, let's see it.
Do it.
Bring it to the table. Come on.
It's been a while since I've done it.
So porno music, basically 70s porno music.
Yeah, you gotta have it sounds better in my head, but a lot of things sound better in my head, to be fair. But hey guys, listen, we all get a participation trophy. Woo! For
Axel Dominoes. Woo!
I gotta get my I really gotta get my my drops more ready to go. But hey guys, we didn't do the thing. But to end out the stream tonight, I think we just need to sit back and remember our good friend, Mr. Henry Cavill, because without him, we wouldn't be here. Cavill, that's right, Cavill, because he's British.
Oh,
He's British. But no, Henry Cavill, rip Henry Cavill Superman. Enjoy this little outro.